Welcome to the Mazu, everybody. We're back with Heroes of Awesome Constellation. Star Trek Adventures is back. Who knows what's going to happen today? I don't know. There's captains whose lives are in danger. There's ships completely opposite direction where they probably need to be, so who knows what's going to happen.
The fact that the captain is not here should not be telling of her.
No. Well, or is it?
We'll find out.
We'll find out now. Let's go through a few things. First of all, thank you all for being here. We really do appreciate it. The fact that you guys are here is the most important thing. You're awesome. Take a second and help us out and share this. Have your friends come in, get in the chat room, have a conversation, and just say what's going on. Talk about what's happening. Every once in a while, we'll try to check things and see what's happening and talk back at you. We'd love to hear from you guys, so just kind of do that while you're here. While you're also here, if you're watching live on Twitch, make sure you go ahead and follow on Twitch. If you really like it, go ahead and sub. Sub. You know you want to. It's fun. Just it's sub. There's a sub. If you got a Twitch thing, if you're on Twitch Prime, go ahead and do a sub on that as well. If you're watching the archive on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and subscribe on YouTube as well. We really do appreciate all that, and that's the way you'll get notified as well. If you really want to get notified, go to heroesofawesome.com and sign up for our mailing list. You will get an email whenever we put out any new episode or any new post we have, whether it's D&D or Star Trek Adventures or whatever. Plus, if you sign up for our email list, I'll send you a 10% coupon at Strategic Dino, which they're the ones that made these fancy little tokens for us, these custom threat and momentum tokens. They have a ton of stuff for, yeah, right there.
There it is.
Perfect. There's your momentum token. They have a ton of things for Star Trek Adventures, D&D, ton of games. So go ahead and do that. While you've got a second, you'll get that 10% off. Why not? You're going to want to use these tokens if you're playing. So you just might as well get 10% off of them while you're there. The other thing you can do is we do have a Patreon at patreon.com/heroesofawesome. Go there, sign up, discounts. That's my sales pitch. What do you think? Do I need to work on that a little bit? Pretty good? Discounts?
Do I hear discounts?
Discounts, yeah.
Discounts.
So
What?
First, what I learned
That's like
from
getting free
Wall
money.
Street is you need to like give them a need first.
Yeah.
It's like you're playing Keyforge.
You need
You need these.
You need these.
So, I mean, yeah, if you're playing Keyforge, you definitely do.
You definitely do.
These tokens, so the
I-
game's
I
very confusing.
Don't want to be that guy, but I think it's pronounced Viscount. I had the same thing earlier with Viscounts.
Okay,
It
well.
works better in text, everyone. It works better in text.
it doesn't.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Doesn't.
Let's see what else we've got going on. I think that's all we've got going on right now. I forgot to ask if there's anything that you guys have going on that you want to pimp out real quick. I'll go.
Hi. So I'm Jordan, and this weekend here in Austin, Texas, we're doing the 48-hour improv marathon at the Hideout Theater, and where 8 brave, crazy, foolish improvisers will go 48 hours playing improv shows nonstop. I'm one of those 8, and it all goes to help our youth program and our Building Connections program, and they're just wonderful programs, improv outreach and education. Hideouttheater.com if you want more information. If you're in town and you want tickets. Hideout Theater has a Twitch stream as well. We'll be live streaming a lot of the shows through there. And for Star Trek fans, there will be a little preview set of the Hideout Theater's upcoming Make It So, which is improvised TNG style shenanigans. So come on down if you're in town. Watch and donate if you're out of town. And come by, say hi, and tell them Cade sent you, and no one will know what you're talking about.
Like who? Who's Cade?
Cade.
I don't know who
Come
it is.
late enough in the marathon, he might not know what you're talking about.
True story.
I might think I'm actually Cade at that
That's
point.
true.
He might know exactly what you're
I'll
talking
just be flipping through personas at that point.
JR, you've got a big thing you're needing to
Friends,
pimp out right
do you like heists?
He's establishing a need.
Have you ever wanted to do a crime in a game but been unsure of how? Well, have I got the product for you. Now that I've established the need, I am part of a currently kickstarting book called The Role Player's Guide to Heists. It is a collection of 25 different system-agnostic heists. That means that we'll provide you everything that you need to run a heist in whatever game you're running. It could be Dungeons & Dragons, it could be some weird, like, Powered by the Apocalypse thing. It might even be Star Trek Adventures. We have heists in a wide variety of genres, everything from the far future and sci-fi to ancient fantasy stuff. I wrote a wizard heist that you can see as part of our sample pack. This has been a really fun project to work on. It's a book that's being written by folks at the San Gennaro Co-op. It's a workers co-op of role-playing game designers, artists, and writers who are all interested in making awesome games and making them fun and healthy for all involved. So check it out. You can find that at the Kickstarter for the Role Player's Guide to Heists.
It's about to ask where they find everything. So check that out. You guys you're on stretch goals already, right?
Oh yes, yeah,
you're rolling
we
stretch
are
goals.
totally funded. We are closing in on our first stretch goal of adding bonus heists. So from now until basically until the end of July or mid-July, for every $600 we raise, that's another bonus heist that we'll be adding into the book. So there's 25 now, but the more we raise, the more you get.
I mean, how can you pass that up?
Yeah, do crimes.
Do crimes, do all the things. Well, now that everybody's pimped all their stuff, unless we missed anything else, no?
No, it's Jen Braun Plays.
Jen Braun Plays.
On Twitch. You can watch my wife play video games.
You're there too. You're there too. You do stuff.
What's that?
You're there too.
Yeah, I sit there and I help or hinder. But it's twitch.tv/Jen Braun Plays. And RTX is coming up, so if you're, if you know who Jen Braun is, other than my wife, and you're a fan, you can meet her there and other people who are involved in Rooster Teeth projects. It'll be the weekend of the 5th, 6th, and 7th at the Convention Center, downtown Austin. Good luck with parking.
Hey!
Sunday.
Sunday.
So the Convention Center actually doesn't suck.
That's true.
Yeah, you can take a train.
Yeah, train drops you off right in front of it. It's amazing.
Okay, let's jump into everything. First of all, let's get some introductions. I probably should have done this out of the way. Wait, Kate, you have something?
Oh, sure, yes. Well, if you are in the Austin area and you enjoy live storytelling, but storytelling more in the tradition of the Moth, I run a show called Testify. It is a monthly live storytelling show. We have a different theme every month. We find 5 people to tell true stories from their own lives that are all different interpretations of that theme. This month, the show is occurring this Thursday, which is 2 days from now. I should be more stressed right now. At the Spider House Ballroom. And our theme is the High Road. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So Thursday at Spider House. Anybody else? You're teaching kids how to make puppets.
I'm teaching 2 children how to make puppets, and I'm making costumes for Zilker Theater Productions' summer musical, The Little Mermaid, which is playing sometime in July out at Zilker.
I have to say I love that. I also hate it because it's in July outside.
I can't use hot glue because the costumes would fall apart because the glue would melt.
It's ridiculous.
You have to sew
we literally had to run a glue test over the weekend. I glued a bunch of stuff on Friday using different extremely strong adhesives, left them in the warehouse to get really good and set in like 95-degree warehouse, and then they came in Monday and tugged on them to see which ones stuck better.
Did any of them stick?
E6000. They ripped the foam before the glue came off.
This show brought to you by E6000. Rips the foam before the glue.
There will be a very clever Instagram post about that tomorrow morning after I actually take a picture of the thing because it amused me that much.
I am excited about the clever Instagram post, personally. I'm looking forward to that one right now. Let's get the introduction out of the way so we can get started. First of all, I didn't say hi. My name's Mark. I'm your GM for this show. Hey. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the thing. Over here, to my left, at the top of the screen. I never can get that right. Top of the screen.
On top.
We've got Barrett and Cindy.
Hi.
And over here, to my right, on the bottom of the screen, we've got JR, Kate, and Cade. I keep wanting to just say Cade. It's Jordan.
It's fine.
Just call him Cade, because after the marathon this weekend, it's going to be Cade.
Taking over by my Bajoran persona.
Let's get started. We had a very long and eventful campaign last week. A lot happened, and Cade has some opinions about it. Let's take a look at the log from Chief Medical Officer Cade.
Personal log, Chief Medical Officer Cade. Against orders, we have rescued Captain Ral from her fanatical parents and the doctor who was attempting to separate, to carve symbiont from host. life-threatening procedure for a joined Trill, justified in their bigoted minds by a cultish belief that symbionts are a parasitic race, feeding upon the Trill. Having studied Trill physiology, both joined and unjoined, I know this to be utter lunacy. A delusion born of willful ignorance. But even if it weren't, to expose your child to that kind of risk, to expose a patient to that kind of risk, I don't know which is the greater evil. In my urgency and haste to treat the captain, we left them and their crew behind, wounded and damaged, but free. If they hurt anyone else now because of my rashness and negligence, one more sin I'll need to pay for. I've managed to stabilize Lenara, Captain Ral, but the damage she sustained from the procedure before we arrived was extensive. I don't have the proper equipment I would need to operate on her here aboard the Mazu. If this were a simple matter of patching her up, I'd already have her on her feet, commending the crew for their terrific jobs and grace under pressure, and making some self-deprecating joke only she would laugh at, and the joining is a delicate process. An intricate bond, both physical and psychic, meant to be irreversible. To reintegrate a symbiont and host once any of those connections have been severed, there's no way to know how extensive the damage truly is, or have any hope of repairing it without more sophisticated equipment. I have her secured in a stasis field for now, while we head to the nearest medical facility aboard Starbase 12. I can only pray to the prophets that I got to her in time. I can't fail her. I won't. But who told her parents where we would be? Who knew where we were headed to begin with? Who had enough access and intel to know which member of the maintenance crew would be easiest to leverage and in the best position to cover up their escape? This mission has been suspect from the start, and as soon as we begin to unravel the mystery behind it all, our captain vanishes, and we're ordered not to look for her. I'm not sure who we can trust in Starfleet anymore. Hell, there's only a handful of people I even trust on this ship at this point. Commander Newman seemed even more driven than me to recover Captain Ral, putting his own life and career at risk for her. I think Izzy's head would probably explode if she tried to tell a lie, and she was willing to bring her daughter into our investigation despite their strained relationship. I've given Morganth every reason to hate me, but she fought fiercely by my side, had my back so we could rescue the captain. And Jorsh? Well, damn. I just don't want to live in a galaxy where I can't trust that grumpy bastard. Like Captain Ral, they exemplify what Starfleet should be. I may not belong here, but as long as I am, I'll fight for them. Cade, out.
And at this point, the Mazu is flying at high warp, rushing to get to the Starbase.
Which Starbase?
6 something.
No, it's 12.
12.
Starbase 12.
Sorry, I thought 6 was 6 something.
They were on their way.
So
in that
we
vicinity
were
is what
on our
it
way
is. Yeah.
towards 621, but that's like on the far opposite side of
The world.
the known portion of the galaxy, and we didn't make it that far.
Yeah,
so we're going
Starbase
to-
12 is way closer.
So we're going to 12, which is sort of, it's not directly close to anything familiar, but like it's in the neighborhood of like Earth and all the stuff that's closer.
Yeah.
Swing by there, pick up my stuff.
It's sitting over there, you know.
It's sort of south of Earth on the Modifius.
Okay.
So
Cool, I didn't
that's,
know
that's
that.
us.
All right, yeah, Starbase 12.
Yeah, you're on the way to Starbase 12. You've been in flight for a while. Captain Ral is in stasis. You did put her in stasis, and she's in stasis in sickbay at this moment. We'll just start there and see if you guys want to do anything while we're in flight.
I'm just I'm in sick bay, monitoring her vitals and just getting ready. The second that we get there, getting her into their facilities, and anyone who gets in my way is in trouble.
Threatening Starbase. And you guys have notified Starfleet about Captain Ral, recovering Captain Ral in your condition at this point. Yes?
Have we heard anything back from any of our friends?
On screen.
Mazu, this is Starbase 12. We have word you're coming in hot with a medical emergency.
That's correct.
Can you give us a little more information? We've heard that we've got a delegation from Trillius on his way as well. Can you give us some more information on what to expect?
What did you say?
So we have a Trill. I'll just hop in. Our captain is a joined Trill, and someone attempted to separate her and her symbiont. So she's going to need that fixed.
Yes, I would assume that explains the Trill delegation heading here. We've heard that there was a ship coming at high warp as well to rendezvous at Starbase 12 here. So
excellent news, because I understand that's fairly specialized medicine.
It is extremely specialized medicine, not being Trill, but I hear things. But we will have everything ready for you. Mazu will have a direct line to sickbay as soon as you arrive.
Great. I'm sure that our chief medical officer will want to check in with someone there.
Outstanding. Who's your medical officer again?
His name is Cade Nahil.
Cade Nahil?
Nahil? Which one is it?
Nahil.
Cade Nahil? We will be waiting for Commander Cade for him to arrive. And we will work with him as soon as he arrives.
Thank you, Starbase 12.
Starbase 12 out. Okay, so Starbase 12 is waiting on you.
I keep waiting for this to be Admiral Jerk. On screen.
Admiral Davis is on the screen.
Oh, thank goodness.
Commander, I have some interesting word on Starfleet. Can you give me an update on what's happening? I hear Captain Ral is not well.
No, Captain Ral was attacked, and an attempt to forcibly remove her symbiote took place. We managed to thwart the attempt, but she was injured in the attempted operation.
How's Captain Ral at this point?
In stasis.
In stasis, outstanding. I've got word that you're on your way to Starbase 12. I did contact Trillius. They are sending a medical team as well.
We were updated by Starbase 12.
Outstanding. I am on the other side of the sector. I will not be able to be there, but please express my support to Captain Ral when she recovers.
Certainly.
Assuming that she will recover.
That's our hope.
My hope as well. Any other news on your mission that you should update on at this point?
This was an unfortunate distraction, obviously, but I was not about to let the captain be kidnapped and eviscerated.
Understood. Absolutely. No, you did what every Starfleet officer would do.
I agree, and the fact that I was told to not do so has...
did I miss something?
Yes, maybe you did. What's
Grosich.
Admiral Grosich told me that the more important mission was finding Dr. Jennifer Prescott. And I told him that's what I would do, and then promptly ignored him.
Commander, in your ready room. Going secure.
Whoever is here has the con.
Who's here? Are you there, I guess, since you were talking?
Sure.
Guess what?
I'm hanging out at the engineering station because...
What else are you going to do, huh?
Is you have the con.
He comes online in the ready room secure. He's like, Admiral Grosich specifically told you not to pursue the kidnapped captain. Is that correct?
That is correct. And he also informed the Admiral at Starbase 234.
Yes.
234.
Yeah, very good, yeah.
Informed the Admiral at Starbase 234, who supported that decision.
And Grosich knew that she had been forcibly abducted and was in danger.
I don't think we knew that at that point.
He knew
she was missing.
He knew she was missing, and he had reason to
Okay.
suspect the parents.
At that time, we knew the captain was missing, and we're investigating. We were told to put that investigation on hold.
Justification?
Jennifer Prescott takes precedence.
Commander, I've known Admiral Grossich for years, before he was an admiral. He is an abrasive son of a bitch. He's also usually pretty rational. This does not seem like a rational choice for him to make. Were there any circumstances that I don't know about that would have made this decision for him?
Unless there's something personal between the captain and Grossich?
Not that I know of.
Or Grossich and Prescott.
Huh. All right. That's interesting. Okay.
Or that he believes that what was happening with Prescott does take precedence over everything because of possible danger, her being out and doing whatever she wants poses to the universe.
And yet we, at least I, still don't really know much about this Prescott, and it seems that you don't either from what I've seen on your reports.
And it still would seem that we have enough time to rescue a captain.
It seems that, where are your leads in regards to Prescott at this point?
Ugh. Asking the wrong player.
I can give the update.
Well, where are we at? She's the last place we saw her was.
So we did see records of them coming in through 234. They required some sort of repair. I don't remember if I got that written down.
That was right.
And then they had headed out toward basically.
We got the warp signature, didn't we?
Yeah. So we know that they went basically due east on our map. Which is
Klingon
out towards
space.
that tail end of Klingon space, more Federation space, and then the Shackleton expanse beyond that.
Okay. I'll basically say that.
Regurgitate that, right.
And someone had altered the records of there being.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and the
before
records had
repairs.
once again been altered.
Sloppily.
The most interesting, and after wrapping it up, I'll mention that. And the most interesting part being that the records, again, that we found self-destructed, but this time seemed to be done more sloppily than before. But we got the information that we needed.
It doesn't make sense to me. You know, there's a level of technical sophistication that would auto-delete Starfleet records.
Yes.
And at the same time be sloppy enough so that you could see those records. Well, long story short, your last trail was cardinal east of Starbase 234?
Yes.
And you're now way cardinal west of 234.
Yes.
Not as far as it could have been.
And it is possible that Captain Ral's parents were alerted to her position so that this would be a distraction. Not possible.
Well, possible. It's interesting. I can say that once I heard word of this, I did contact the authorities of Trillius. They have assured me that they are going to take steps. There has been a crackdown on the Trilitarian organization on Trill. They do have some intelligence that they have said they will share with us once they are able to, but it's unfortunate you're not able to capture them, but I do understand the priority.
Yes.
Being to save Captain Ral. But it should be known that Captain Ral's parents are now considered fugitives, and their position within the Trill political hierarchy is over. What that means, I don't know. But they are definitely on my wanted list, and I would like them to be on yours as well.
Well, if we do run across them again, rest assured they will be taken into custody.
That is absolutely the thing I wanted to hear you say. Commander, I'm going to let you go so you can continue on with what you're doing. I have looked at your reports, and actually I've looked at some of the logs from the ship. I do have some concerns. We'll address those once we get to Starbase 12, just on the way the combat went and the way the ship handled. So we'll address those on Starbase 12.
Certainly.
But well done. Well done, Commander. And give my compliments to the crew as well.
Will do.
Davis out.
Out. Walk back on the bridge.
All right, you're back on. Anything else on the ship you want to handle right now?
Before we get there, I'd like to either approach or contact and see if she can meet me in sickbay, Commander Morgave.
Got it. Do it.
Commander, could you meet me in sickbay?
Did you get a little hill?
Sorry.
There we go. Commander Morgan, this is Cade in sickbay.
Yes.
I was wondering if you could come confer with me for a moment, if you have the time. If not, I can come to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm there now.
She disappears. Oh my
Right behind you.
The whole time.
When we get there to the base, things are going to be moving fast. I'd like to, if you are open to it, request your assistance in the procedure. I know you have some rather impressive medical expertise yourself. More importantly, the process of joining is not just a physiological one, it's also an intensely mental and psychic bond between symbiote and host. And I was hoping I might call upon your significant talents to assist in that regard.
Yes. And I leave.
George looks at you. Well, that went great, huh?
That was about as best as I think I could hope for.
It was way better than I thought you were going to get, Bruce. That's what I thought. But good call.
It's for the captain.
Good work, by the way.
Thank you.
I mean, she's a mess. It's like hamburger meat down there, but good work.
If I got into her sooner, I could have.
If you realize there's an entire ship here, right?
But I'm in charge of the medical well-being of this crew.
I got it. So next time we're in that situation, you're just going to go over there by yourself and just start shooting up everything and just take care of it all?
Sounds pretty good to me, yeah.
Sounds pretty good. You just want to kill yourself like
You want to
that?
come over with me?
No, I'm going to let you die, and then I'll take care of things.
Okay.
Then I can be chief medical officer. Are you hearing yourself here? Are you hearing yourself? You got an entire crew here. It's not just you letting her down. It's not just you not succeeding. We all let her down. It's not just you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Now snap out of this funk you've got and go stack those gauze pads.
You go stack them.
Yeah, that's my job. Okay, fine. Anything else we're going to do out here?
I have some research I would like to do. Please.
What would you like to do?
I would like to research all the things.
Guys, this is the best stream about a library ever.
I have a list.
Do you have a list? Let's see if we can get some answers. Maybe we will, maybe we won't.
I'm actually going to start with the short list.
Okay.
Which is people.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to first look up both of my children.
Okay.
And just look at their Starfleet records.
Great.
Just sort of see the progression of where they've been posted and figure out where I lost that track.
I wasn't prepared for both of your children.
And just so anybody who's watching, if you're curious why I keep looking down and playing with this tablet, I'm doing Star Trek adventure stuff. I'm not just like checking out the news, scrolling through Reddit.
He does indeed have like Star Trek stuff on.
It's true.
I'm trying,
it is totally
I'm trying
true.
to be a better player.
Just as I also have the handbook and map over here.
We're all,
Yeah.
we're all
We've all got
All got
things.
screens. We're all watching what you do.
I think the thing is I'm so used to I just played D&D and GURPS for so long and I'm like, oh, it's just easy, you pick up the game and
Nope.
now I don't know what the hell's happening, so
Yeah.
I gotta get good.
What are you trying to get good at?
This game?
Well, I mean, but yeah, but what part of this game?
The mechanics.
And basically, Mark, I'm just looking for anything that's particularly pertinent to this. I can get the download on the rest from you later.
Yeah, we can probably get the download. I mean, you've gotten a lot from your daughter already. Your son is something that I can update you later on.
Yeah.
There's not a lot you're going to find pertinent in there, other than the fact that you really did lose track about the time you were posted to the Mazu.
Okay. Cool. Following that up, I do want to look up her bondmate.
Okay.
The one who died, who is the brother of the person we're looking for.
Schross?
Schross.
Schross Lasgoon. What would you like to know about Schross?
I just want to look over his record and see what kind of work he did and how he died.
Okay. Work record was not, it wasn't anything that would really stand out and be like, wow, this person's amazing. It was a standard Starfleet work. He was a member of Starfleet. He did work in engineering. He did work with weapons. He died in a shuttle accident. Just a random, there was apparently some kind of warp failure with a shuttle he was traveling on, and he died after that accident.
Whereabouts?
Whereabouts? I think he was, where did I have him stationed? I don't remember where I had him stationed. Possibly not relevant.
Okay.
I can give you some more information on that.
All
if you need to.
right. And like everything about the report of the warp failure looks like it's on the up and up.
Yeah, there were no red flags or anything like that that made it anyone in the investigation.
Okay, so not even anything that the investigation flagged, but is there anything that I would look at and go,
I mean, you can give me a check.
Yeah, let's do
You want to
that.
give a check? Let's do a reason engineering check. Difficulty of, let's do difficulty 1.
First dice roll of the night.
Reason engineering. Can I use my warp technology focus?
Sure.
All right. So reason engineering, that is 16.
2 20s.
Haha!
The ship explodes.
So that's 3.
3? Well, okay, give yourself a couple momentum.
Golly.
Cool.
There is nothing that you see in those records looking up the reports that really raises a flag for anything for you either.
Okay.
It just seems like it was an unfortunate accident.
Cool. I am going to also just peruse his record and see if there's anything that possibly points towards his brother.
In what way?
Any mention of his brother or other family. Basically, we still need information. I'm still sort of looking for information on Shaw, and most of what we found was deleted or redacted, right?
Right, yeah.
So, were there any other siblings that I could possibly look into?
No other siblings, just
the
those
2 of them. Okay. All right. So the next thing that I want to look into is what is east of 234?
A whole bunch of space. Is that a good enough answer?
The Final Frontier?
Final Frontier, yeah.
Basically, I'm sort of looking at the map and looking at what is sort of directly in that line and what could possibly be of interest. I would like to know what sort of the main function of Narendra Station is. I'm also interested in what the latest news from the Shackleton Expanse and Amargosa are, because I understand those are spaces that are actively being explored, right?
Yep.
So those are the first 3 that I really want to look into.
Okay. Going on your first question, you're talking about anything directly east. The one thing that you notice directly cardinal east of 234 is you're really skirting the Romulan neutral zone. It's the first thing you notice. Once you pass that, you're skimming along Klingon space, you get back into Federation space, that's when you hit Narendra Station. The Narendra Station is a joint Federation Klingon station. It is joint run by the Klingon Empire and the Federation. There are Klingon authorities on board as well as Starfleet. They share command of the station, and it is meant to be a launching point for exploration of the Shackleton Expanse, which is unexplored area of that space in that area. Shackleton Expanse, just from what you've learned so far, is characterized by a lot of unfriendly space, not in terms of like violent people, but more like anomalies in space, time, things like that. There's a lot of nebula. There are a lot of violent stars, if you will. It's not the friendliest place. It is hazardous to navigate, but it is widely unexplored, and Narendra is basically the beachhead for exploring Shackleton Expanse.
All right. And has there been any new information within the last 6 months coming out of the exploration efforts there that might pique my interest, that looks anything at all like the quake, or?
Once you're getting that far out, there was no effect of the quake at that point. So,
well, not having to do with the quake, just anything that's sort of in any way tangentially, like, has there been anything discovered out there that either the technology surrounding the quake might have been linked to in any way? Like maybe that technology could have been used to combat one of the anomalies in the Shackleton Expanse?
Right.
Or...
there's a lot of information coming out of there just from the research that has already been done.
Mm-hmm.
Sifting through all of that to find out something over the last 6 months, all that information to find something that will be related to Quake, that's a significant amount of work. You're not going to be able to find that out in that amount of time.
Okay. I might be making an attempt at that later. And just for funsies, Amargosa is... What's the deal with Amargosa?
I don't have anything on them yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thomas Flatview.
Okay, just 2 more points that are actually 3 more points that I just kind of want to do a cursory pass on. Narendra, the planet or system, Archer, and Balduk, which are basically, if you sort of widen the cone a little bit on that line.
I'm just imagining you sitting there, like, because you had the con for a while, so I'm imagining you haven't even left. You're just like on a pad.
No, that's what I'm doing.
Googling, yeah.
This is a puzzle, and it's infuriating that I've been so unsuccessful at solving it. And the next thing that's happening is a really fun conversation with him.
I see where you're at. Baldur and Archer. I have nothing specific on Baldur and Archer for you at this moment.
Sweet. What do you got on Narendra? The system, the planet. There's a planet there.
It's a starbase that they're using.
No, not the starbase. There's a planet too. It's
Cool.
closer.
Cool.
You got nothing on it.
Yeah.
All right. Neat. Cool.
I have to admit, I haven't built out every planet in the system.
Well, see, the fact that I'm looking these things up and you don't have any information for me means that there's nothing that I need to know.
See, that's good.
So,
it's a good way to think. You just keep thinking that way. You just keep thinking that way. Hey, let's go back to the ship, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else, or are we just going to catapult ahead to Starbase 12?
Let's just get there.
Let's just get there.
Let's get there first.
Approach on Starbase 12. You guys are approaching Starbase 12. Hailing them, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Starbase 12, go ahead, Mazu.
We are inbound.
Outstanding. We have Shuttle Bay number 3 waiting for you, and we will have medical team on hand. The delegation from Chileus has not arrived yet, but they should be here within the next few hours.
Excellent.
And who should we be expecting? I will have a security team there as well. I've been requested to have a full security team escort you to sickbay.
I like that idea. We'll have CMO Cade, Nahil, and Chief Security Officer Morganth. Couldn't remember your first name.
You don't need to.
I know you don't care.
Just never use it. Just don't.
I don't think anybody else needs to go.
Okay, it's your call.
No, I think that's plenty.
Okay, we will have a security team waiting for you at that shuttle bay, and Starbase 12 out. You guys are going to head down with Ral.
Yes.
Okay. She's in stasis. She has been unstable because she is obviously in stasis, but I mean, she is a bunch of hamburger meat at this point. Getting her onto the shuttle, which shuttle are you going to take?
Which shuttle is the best shuttle?
The Barbara Gordon.
Let's do the runabout.
Oh, I should have named it the Barbara Gordon.
Let's use the roustabout. Ellen Ochoa.
The gadabout?
The raconteur? The who? The what?
Ellen.
That's the Ochoa.
All right, taking the Ochoa. Okay, so you're taking the runabout, the Ochoa. Load her in there, just the two of you, heading out to Starbase 12. You do land on the shuttle bay, and there's a security team there as well as a medical team to meet you. Their chief medical officer is a Vulcan who comes out to meet you. Looks around. I was expecting a chief medical officer.
Hi.
Chief.
Cade.
Apologies, Chief Cade. Patient.
Yes, Captain Ral. Trill. Joins, clearly.
Used to be.
Nearly de-joined.
Clearly.
We need to get her. She's in stasis. She's stable at the moment, but we need to get her into facilities, and I need to start operating as quickly as possible.
You need to start operating quickly as possible?
Yes.
My understanding was we were waiting on the delegation from Trill.
Well, I'm fully aware that we're waiting on them, but I need to start working on her.
What do you plan on doing?
Operating on her.
And how? Do you have experience with unjoined Trills?
I have studied their physiology. I know I'm fairly...
Done a lot of surgery on Trill and symbionts?
Not as of yet, but time is of the essence, even in stasis.
Aware.
So.
I see. Well, my orders are that we are to wait on the delegation from Trill, so we'll be taking custody of the captain.
How long are they from getting here?
It seems like they're going to be a few hours away, but we will take good care of the captain, and we will take custody of her at this point.
I'll be accompanying her with you wherever she goes.
Of course. More than welcome to join us.
And my chief security officer will be accompanying us
Commander?
as well.
Okay, we're going to go now. We're just going to go now. He motions around and they go over to get Captain Ral and start moving her out of the shuttle bay through the hallways. I'm assuming y'all are accompanying into sickbay.
Yes.
They do get her into sickbay, and it definitely was the right choice. They definitely have the equipment here to take care of her, way more than what's available on the Mazu at this point. But they do get her in there and set her up on additional stasis and monitoring. Their chief medical officer sets her up and says, now we wait.
Is there anything we can do in the meantime? Any preparatory work that needs?
There's not much we can do except hope that they can save them both.
I understand this is your facility, but I would like to be involved in any procedure involving my captain. I've studied her physiology at length while it has been a short assignment, but I've both studied before and her specifically, as well as all of my crew.
Okay. Well, of course,
I'm familiar with.
As the chief medical officer aboard the ship, you are more than welcome to assist during the procedure as needed.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Will you be assisting as well, Commander?
I would. She has a considerable number of talents that I think would be invaluable during a procedure of this nature.
I understand. I was under the assumption it would be another medical personnel.
She is, for all intents and purposes, you should regard her as.
Just say she's not leaving.
Good luck getting her out.
You're not getting rid of either of us, is the long and short of it.
Well, understood. I just need to understand the medical qualifications of the commander before I let the commander involved in any medical procedures on
Do you
board
want to
this
take a
base.
look at her dossier?
Sure. Give me the commander's records. My understanding was that security would not have a huge medical background, but I'd be more than happy to look at the records. Commander, would you mind sharing your personal records with us?
Aversion.
Aversion. With your medical experience.
Some of it.
What you need to know is I trust her. And I need her.
I would actually like to
Would you?
heavily redacted.
It's just like the words medical experience had.
Actually,
You know, like,
Very, very good. Is that
all good. I want to actually, hold on a second. You see, yep.
I
At
see.
least the part that says Betazoid on it, right?
Yeah. I see how much is redacted on your sheet here. So I'm just imagining like how much of
That's
the
the
actual,
information she has access to.
Right.
Angie has write-ups on each of us, and like her page is like half black.
Yeah, like that.
It looks like that, yeah.
That is her personnel file from Starfleet. that
Joined
was given
Starfleet
to-
Academy. Transfer accepted.
And done. Yes. Chief, a word, please. Chief, I understand that this is your captain. And I understand that you want to be involved, and I completely support that. You need to understand that the very best thing you can do for your captain right now is to let the medical team from Trill take charge and handle things. And your seeming willingness to interfere with that could put her at risk. So I would highly suggest, Chief, that you let them take the lead on this and you help when asked.
I'm more than happy to allow them to take the lead on this.
Allow them.
However, the thing that you should be made aware of, I look at his collar, what is his rank?
Oh, he's a commander, commander.
Commander, is the reason she's in this state is because of the activities of very high-ranking Trill. So you can understand my wariness to leave her alone in the hands of Trill or really anyone I don't know directly.
Well, that's understandable, but she is now a patient on this starbase. And
I appreciate that greatly. We have need of your equipment.
Chief, do I need to get a security team here to escort you from Cade?
You may well.
Can I do a sense check on
Sure.
the captain?
On the captain?
Yeah.
What are you trying to get?
I imagine that there are the vitals that are being read, but I want to know if there's anything that I can tell that is happening to her physically that's perhaps not picked up on. If that makes sense?
Like mental activity?
Yeah. Or just, strength presence, strength of, she's not like thinking words right now, but at the same time, imagine something's happening in the coma.
How about insight and medicine check?
Ooh.
Okay. Cool.
Difficulty of, say, it's going to be tough. Let's say difficulty 2.
Okay.
And if you want to,
Yeah.
you got it?
Success.
Success. All right. An overwhelming sense of being lost.
It's so sad.
It's real sick.
It's terrible.
And how strong is that?
It's like
It's
waves
very-
just
is it
hitting
like-
you. Like,
Yeah.
it's like as soon as you focus on her, even in stasis, it's just blackness and being lost and scared.
As far as like life force goes,
You're not really going to be able to get anything off of that.
Okay.
I mean, she's just really lost.
Life Force is more of a power metal band, and it sounds like she's listening to emo at the moment.
Yeah. Sure.
Folks, I'm here all week.
Welcome back.
Try the veal.
So, Chief, here's where we're at this point. You are welcome to assist when asked by the medical staff on this starbase. You're welcome to stay out of the way. If I feel that you are in the way, you will be removed from sickbay. Is that clear, sir? Is that clear?
What you have to understand, Commander, she is my captain She is my patient. She is my responsibility. I will not stand aside and observe when her life is on the line.
You will assist.
If you need to get security personnel and remove me from this presence, by all means, but I will be involved.
Security to sick bay. Security to sick bay.
No. Hi.
Hi, Commander. Security's on their way. Would you like to be escorted as well, or is it just going to be your chief here?
Why exactly would I be escorted away?
I'm just asking if you're going to be interfering like your chief.
How is my chief
interfering?
How is my chief interfering at this moment? As I see it, nothing is happening. We are doing exactly as you stated, and we are waiting. How are we interfering in any way, shape, or form?
Will he continue to be this abrasive?
I'm so sorry. Is being abrasive somehow interfering with the medical procedure that's not happening right now?
In my sick bay it is. And this is my sick bay,
And
not yours.
But she is my patient.
She is my patient now, Chief.
I have a focus in persuasion.
Okay. Would you like to persuade him in some way?
I would like to de-escalate. Or I would like to attempt to de-escalate.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's do presence and command. Difficulty of 2.
Can I assist?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You're the complication.
I'm rolling to keep my
Yes.
mouth shut. Is basically what that was.
I got it's 12 and I got an 11 and 7.
Okay. How are you going to de-escalate that situation?
I'm just going to pause him from talking very quickly. And say, actually, will you allow me a moment with the medical officer? With our chief?
Of course.
Thank you. There's a very good chance that we won't be able to wait for the trill. Do you want to be in the break when that happens? Do you?
No.
Okay. Then tell him what he needs to hear. Walking somewhere away.
You're walking somewhere away.
Commander.
Chief?
I apologize if I've gotten off on the wrong foot with you. I think you can understand that given recent experiences, I'm running a bit hot at the moment, and I don't mean to take that out on you or your facility or your staff. It's very important to me that I be involved directly with the operation and recovery. I think if you look at my records and my experience, you will find I am very qualified to help my captain, my patient. This is your sick bay, and doctor to doctor, well, medic to medic anyway. I absolutely respect that, and I don't mean to step on any toes. If it pleases you, I would very much like to remain and be as involved as the situation requires.
Chief, I appreciate that. You are welcome to stay here and assist in monitoring Captain Ral while we wait on the delegation from Trill to arrive. Please be aware of my position. My position is that, in my experience, heated emotions in a medical setting cause people to die. You need to control it in this sick bay. Will you be okay monitoring Captain Ral?
Yes.
Let's jump back to the Mazu.
No, I'm clenching my fist so hard there's like blood inside my hand.
Okay. Bloody hands for the operation.
No, it's not real. It's imprinted. I'll be wearing gloves.
On screen.
Mazu! Captain Archer here. Mazu, request permission to come aboard.
Who's this dude?
What?
Captain Archer here, request permission to come aboard.
Who is that?
You don't know.
You don't know. Captain Archer just called him.
What does Captain Archer look like?
Captain Archer would like to come on board the Mazu.
Do I see their face?
Yeah. Oh, what does he look like?
Yeah.
Oh, he just looks like a regular guy, a regular Earth kind of guy. You know, he's Terran. He's, got that sandy hair. Nice part.
Okay.
A nice part
Just
on
a
the
city
side
boy,
there,
born and raised.
Born and raised.
Granted.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much, Commander. I'll be there shortly. I'll be beaming aboard momentarily.
100% sitting probably next to him at this point, given who's there, and I just look up Captain Archer.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I was about to say.
Does he look like?
I've been back. Yeah,
There's a passing resemblance.
I've been sitting there like surfing.
May I say he can come aboard?
He can come aboard. All right, fair enough.
I look over, about to say,
not bad.
please do research, and I see you're doing it.
Already there. I've got him pulled up. What do I see?
He is a distant relative of a Captain Archer from ages and ages ago.
Okay, that's neat. But what is he captain of now?
He is currently not a captain of a ship. He was a captain of a ship, and he was transferred off and is waiting another assignment at this point.
Yeah, Dean Stockwell hasn't.
Oh, he's a substitute captain.
Zinky says there's a 98% chance you're supposed to take over the Mazu's command.
Okay, so he is going to be beaming into the transporter room. Are you going to meet him down there?
I don't know if I'll make it in time, but
We can make it.
Yeah, you can make.
I'll go with
Sure. Well,
I'd like you to come.
whatever ensign is currently at helm is.
Where's
guess what? This guy,
Show back up?
he's back up.
Does that mean we have that one shuttle too?
He finally got that shuttle
Had that
fixed.
shuttle back.
Finally got
He
it.
got injured repairing that shuttle during the quake.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened.
Ramirez, you have the con.
Oh, sure. Great.
Almost like, where have you been this whole time?
I just came on the third.
Just the camera pans out. I've been here this whole time.
It's like an Arrested Development reveal.
He hadn't been.
You make it to transporter room 1. He does beam aboard, and Captain Archer does beam aboard. As soon as he gets down there, Commander, permission to come aboard.
Permission granted.
Thank you, Commander. Let's make this quick. Fortunately, I have been ordered to take command of the Mazu. Don't worry, temporary thing. But I'm going to be taking temporary command of the Mazu. This comes straight from Admiral Davis himself. I need all senior staff in the ready room in, well, let's give them 30 minutes.
Sounds good.
Absolutely. I'll be on the bridge. I want all senior staff there in 30 minutes. Thank you.
Sir, we have 2 personnel currently over with the captain over on the station. Do you want them back as well?
Absolutely.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all senior staff. He leaves, leaving you 2 in the transporter room. What you gonna do?
I call over to the.
Who am I going to get in a fight with tonight first?
I'm gonna call over to the Morganth and Cade.
They answer him.
I need you 2 in the ready room in 30 minutes.
I'm sorry.
We have a new captain, a temporary new captain.
He requested your presence. He didn't request. He ordered your presence.
We
in 30 minutes.
have. We are all senior staff is expected to be in the ready room in 30 minutes.
Okay. We will be there in 28.
Sounds good. How are things there?
They're not good.
I'll await your report.
Thank you.
Out.
I'm not comfortable leaving her.
It's not about what you're comfortable. It's better if we just go, make it quick, and then come back. End of scene.
All right, we'll head.
And that's why we should get a Tongo board on the ship.
Commander, a word in private.
Certainly.
Permission to speak freely.
Granted.
This mission has been very outside of normal parameters, but I have noticed a certain willingness to go even further outside of the bounds of normal regulations and procedures than I feel the situation even calls for. I realize you are not accustomed to serving with a large crew under your direct command, and while I find your instincts to be frankly ingenious, I have also found that others will tend to follow your lead when you skirt procedures. For instance, demanding that junior officers make searches of classified materials without giving them any space to perhaps object on grounds of court-martialable offense. Right after you made one of our officers do that yesterday, I then watched Cade try to pull the very same maneuver on an ensign at the station who was not under his command. So I was just wondering if perhaps we could rein in a little bit of the cowboy, especially with a new captain and possibly Admiralty angry at us for not following orders, strange as they may be. There are many people on this ship who would really, really like not to get court-martialed.
No, we need to return to normal order. And I agree. The situation with the captain was unique, I hope, and I would not normally behave in such a manner, but the situation demanded fast action, and unfortunately we had to cut corners, and that is not what you'll see from me on a normal day-to-day basis.
Thank you. I think you're just also going to need to keep an eye out for others who may still want to operate in that way. But we do have a lot of very green young officers here who deserve not to be led astray.
Who do you think she's talking about?
Thank you. You're not there?
I'm doing a bit. Come on.
I agree, and I will do my best to set an example of when it's the right time and when it's the wrong time, and who you can pull rank on and who you can't.
Thank you, sir. That said, let's try to make a good first impression. I'm not worried about you. I'm quite worried about some of the others.
We'll see.
Anybody else want to do anything before you head up to the bridge?
I'm waiting there.
You're just hanging on the
Are
bridge.
we assuming that I've given you the full download on everything we got on the station? I mean, I would assume that happened.
What do you mean?
Just as far as all of the information that we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The reports have already been submitted to Starfleet. You guys have been in flight for quite some time, and now at this point you've been on the station for half an hour, almost an hour at this point. So all that stuff has been submitted to Starfleet at this point, so you would have been fully briefed. Anybody else do anything?
It really is a nice part. It looks good. I don't understand how you get it to stay like that after so much travel. I just, it's I can respect that in a.
There was a note that I had a while ago, and I erased it just because it was like in the way of some stuff in my sheet. Way back in episode 1 or 2 when we were at the Ferengi.
Oh, he said a name.
Yes, you did.
You didn't erase it. It was on a piece of paper that you gave back to me because it was mine. And the name you want is Damon Tarbach.
So I'm gonna go back up to the bridge.
Okay.
Is Captain Archer on the bridge?
No.
Okay. Who all is on the bridge?
Right now, it's just you three. I think that you're up on the bridge as well.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be Ramirez, Azalar, and you. Well, and your supporting crew.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna walk over. Good job repairing the shuttle. Sorry to hear about your injury.
That's all right. It's I've had worse. I've had better. I've also had worse. Can't argue with results.
It's true. At some point, I need to ask you about something.
Okay. I did or didn't do it, depending. But let's.
Well, who is Damon Tarbach? You mentioned this name.
Oh yeah. He is the owner of Damon Tarbach's Transport and Hollow Consortium. It is a Ferengi-based transport company that also offers a mobile suite of holodecks. Very profitable.
What's your relationship?
I am technically the majority shareholder of his company. Technically, I sign all of my profits back to him. I'm Starfleet, so I don't need money. But if I did, I wouldn't have any because I signed it all back to him.
Well, you used him as a bargaining chip.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. He's a daemon. He's with Zek's inner circle. Grand Nagus Zek. I don't know how much about the Ferengi culture you know.
A lot.
Oh, well, fantastic. We should talk about it sometime.
I mean, I don't. But my character does.
Yeah, we should talk about it sometime.
I'd
it's a
like
fascinating culture.
Yes.
I ended up specializing in it at the academy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Well, let's chat then.
Well, what do you want to know about Damon Tarbach?
More concerned that you owe him something.
We have a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Who is it more beneficial to?
Well, that all depends on whose perspective you're asking. I'd say it's me, he'd say it's him. And that's the way I like it.
Okay. Now, in about 15 minutes we have a meeting with our temporary captain.
I mean, if you want me to go into tax codes, I will, but that's...
No.
Yeah.
No, just, I just don't want any surprises.
Oh, neither do I.
Okay. Well, good. Let's not have any.
I mean, you saw what happened with the last surprise.
Yeah, you got hurt.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I'm sitting there with my pad and look up Damon Tarbach.
Of course you do. You're just like a researcher goes through all of this stuff. You find that he is the head of the consortium that he's talking
Is there a
about.
picture of him?
Looks like a Ferengi. They all look the same.
Does it look like
I know, I'm horrible. Oh, the same guy.
It looks...
But it does, like, there are multiple pictures of him, and it looks like it really is like a legit, like, this is a person, not a cover identity.
Yeah, no, there is absolutely a Ferengi. Damon Tarbach. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool.
Absolutely. Let's jump down to the sickbay on Starbase, because it's getting about time for you to leave. What's going on down there?
Is it the very last minute that we have?
I mean, you're going to need to rush to get back to the Mazu. Yeah.
Okay, then I guess we're rushing to get back to the Mazu.
I'm acquiescing to the commander's desires. Because
it's not desires. These are the orders. This is not what I am choosing to do. This is not what I want to do. These are the orders that we have been given, and we are doing them.
Same.
And the reason I'm doing them is because of her.
All right. You all head back. Transporting, taking the shuttle back.
Well, let's go ahead and transport.
Let's go ahead and transport. All right. Beam back over to the Mazu and head back to the bridge. At this point, everyone's on the bridge, yeah?
I guess we'll have to.
Yeah, we're all here.
Hey, everybody on the bridge, except for the captain. Turbolift door open. Captain Archer does walk on the bridge.
Captain on deck.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I've heard some bad things, quote unquote bad things about the discipline on the ship. That's a great way to get started. Thank you very much. Standing orders are to announce when ranking officer appears on deck. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Senior staff all here? Yes. Commander, ensign, commander, chief. Outstanding.
I'm technically lieutenant, and by technically...
Oh, sorry about that.
No problem, Captain.
Missed that pip.
No.
Lieutenant, my apologies. I'll take care of that in the future. Let's see, who are we going to put in charge over here? We just have a bunch of ensigns on the bridge right now. Well, Ramsey, you got the bridge. Have the bridge. You handle it, Ramsey? Yes, sir. Senior staff in the ready room. It's in. Welcome, everybody. I know this is kind of well, I won't even say kind of. I'm sure that it's kind of an awkward situation to be sitting here with a new captain while your captain is sitting in sickbay on Starbase waiting to get taken care of by the Trill delegation. I understand, and I appreciate the uncomfortable nature of everything. I have been asked here specifically to, for want of a better word, help. My understanding is that this ship has seen more action in the past 2 weeks than it has in the past 20 years. And in all fairness, nothing to do with anyone here. That lack of experience has shown in your encounters. So Admiral Davis has asked me to come aboard and help while we're waiting for Captain Ral to recover. There are clearly some weaknesses, if you will. I've gone over your logs on your encounters. The last encounter you had where you saved Captain Ral, congratulations. Well played, Commander. Very decisive action. Maybe don't threaten to blow them out of the sky. It's not really a Starfleet thing, but I understand the moment. Absolutely understand the moment. Having said that, your combat logs were not ideal. I can tell you right now from a lot of experience, if you get in a stand there and slug it out with multiple other ships, you're going to lose. Those other ships were small, not well manned, not heavily armed. And actually, Commander, I don't know if you've taken a look too hard, but I was looking at some of those blast marks where you actually took some hits. You were actually very close to having significant breach in your engineering section. Not sure you're aware of that, but you were very lucky to get out of there as easily as you did. This team is clearly facing something nobody expected. I don't know what it is. It's not my job to know what it is. My job right now is to help you get better. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Any questions?
How do you intend to help, Captain?
We will be going through some simulations on Starbase within the hour.
Well,
so prepare yourself, Commander.
Will we also have time to continue working on the investigation that we were previously working on?
Sure. Once I'm sure that you are prepared for what could happen.
Very well, thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Any other questions?
Captain, you talk about these simulations. Commander Morganth and I are as we speak, in the middle of waiting a very delicate medical procedure that I think requires the presence of both of us. Now, I know you probably don't need me very much for a ship-to-ship combat simulation, but I think we need to discuss the presence of Commander Morganth.
I'm sorry, Chief. What makes you think you're not a necessary part of a ship-to-ship confrontation?
Well, I won't exactly be involved in a lot of that. This was a special circumstance where I happened to be on the bridge and I lended a hand, but if you want to run sickbay procedures during a combat scenario, I'm more than happy to bring my team by later after the procedure is all wrapped up and we know that Captain Ral is safe and recovering, but I really don't see what purpose I can serve. I understand that you would need your chief tactical officer.
It is nice to have someone fire the weapons.
But I think, as I've explained to a few parties so far, I think that, and I don't mean to speak on her behalf, but...
then don't.
If I may speak on my own, then.
That's a way to, yeah, let's go with that.
I believe that she has a significant number of talents that would be crucial to the survival and recovery of Captain Ral.
Do you, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm getting the assumption that you feel that the staff on board Starbase is not capable of taking care of the captain.
It's not that I doubt their capabilities.
Yet you do.
I just think that they would be better served, best served, and the captain's interests are best served by our presence and involvement as well.
I see. I see.
I bring it up as a question because it's absolutely within your purview to override that.
Thank you.
But I would request respectfully that we be permitted to do the work that we need to do instead of playing make-believe.
Request considered, request denied. I'll see you all in simulation on Starbase 12 in 30 minutes.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hi, Captain.
Thank you. Chief, a moment.
Which, sorry, me? Him.
Chief.
I wasn't looking up when you said chief. Sorry.
Fair enough. Everyone in the room, please. Chief, what's the problem?
The problem is that our captain is dying, and I don't see the point of running these games at the same time that we're trying to save her life. If you're trying to keep the staff occupied and their minds off of what's going on, okay, I can understand the instinct behind that, but my mind and my talents are best served at the captain's side right now, and I believe that Commander Morgans are as well.
You're absolutely 100% wrong. Let's be clear on a couple of things here real quick. How many ship combats have you been involved in at this point in your career?
Let's see, now, I guess 2.
2, okay, and you feel that those 2 incidents are enough to give you the experience that you are not needed in any simulations of space combat, somehow that you're not valuable in that experience, correct?
I believe that at the moment, I'm best served by the captain's side. I'm not saying that such simulations aren't important or that I shouldn't be involved in any such exercises. I think everyone being prepared and trained is vital. I think that the timing of this particular exercise is a conflict of interest for me, and which is why I voiced my concern and my respectful request to be permitted to do my job.
Your job is Chief Medical Officer on this ship.
My job is Chief Medical Officer of the crew on this ship. Among those including, if you'll permit, our actual captain who is lying aboard that base right now and needs my help.
How much trouble do you think Cade's getting in right now?
How much trouble could he get in? That is how much trouble he is getting in.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to work hard if I'm gonna get court-martialed before he does.
You should probably just run in there. No book is up.
Chief, let's be very clear about something right now. I've looked at your record. I know who you are. I know your history. And I know that you need to get your head in the game because your head's not where it needs to be. Now you can say, keep your eyes here, Chief. Do not look away from me. Is that understood? You are a member of Starfleet. You are the head of the medical division on this ship, and I am the captain of this ship, whether you like it or not. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Eyes here while I'm addressing you. I will not allow you, regardless of your feelings, to disrespect this position or my role in it. Understood?
Yes, sir.
My role of the captain of this ship is to do what's best for every single member of the crew, including you. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
What is best for you is to be a good officer on this ship. And what is best for Captain Ral is to have a chief medical officer that knows his role in Starfleet and knows his role on the ship. You, Chief, do not. That is very clear. I am here to help you all, including you. You may not want that help. You may not like that help. You will get that help because that is my job, and I will do my job as I have done my job every single moment of my Starfleet career, and I expect nothing less from anyone else under my command. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
You will take part in the simulations. You will learn your role in the ship. And when Captain Ral recovers, you will be better for it, and you will give her what she needs. Right now, you can't give her anything she needs, despite what you may think. Can we take a breath?
Happy to.
Let's take a breath. Chief, I understand your loyalty to your captain, and I respect it more than you know. I also know a little bit about Trill, and I know that the only people that can really save her are the people from Trill on their way here right now. You may want to be a part of that. I respect it. I do. You can't help her, and that's okay.
I didn't go to Starfleet. I didn't attend the academy. I've really only been in this position for a very short time, but even a member of Starfleet for not too much longer. So I'm not expert on procedures or protocols, and I apologize for that. So I hope you'll pardon me if this is not the way it's meant to be done, but I take my badge off my coat, put it on his desk. George is more than capable of doing the job that you require. I quit. Then I leave.
Okay, you leave. Rest of the crew's out. He's not wearing a badge.
Cade?
I don't know if I need to leave the ship or go to quarters or be put in the brig at this point, but I just resigned from staff. George, I assume, will be your new CMO. If someone could tell me where I'm supposed to go right now, I would be very grateful.
I think you need to come with me. I'll escort you.
If you say so, Commander, thank you.
I'll head to the space elevator.
Turbo lift.
No, you're right. This is America.
It's a space elevator. It's a space elevator. Go to the turbo lift with Cade.
It's a callback, but I really couldn't remember what it's supposed to be called.
It was supposed to be a joke, but then it was real.
I wanted to say the right thing and I couldn't think of it. Okay, we go to the turbo lift. Cade? Talk to me. What happened?
He is a very good captain. He knows what he's doing, and he knows what he needs from his crew. And it is clearer to me than ever that I do not belong here. This is not the ship, this fleet, all of it. This was a mistake. Me joining up in the first place. Me even leaving the Bajoran militia. My people need me more than this ship. He's right. I can't help the captain. I can't help any of you the way that I should be required to. So it's better this is better. This is good. This is I should have made this decision a long time ago, and he just helped me pull the trigger on the phaser. So, do I need to gather my belongings, or I don't have
much? We'll take care of it. But for right now, you're going to talk to me.
Yes, sir. Yes.
When you joined Starfleet, what was your expectation?
Honestly, we just found out about New Bajor. About the Dominion wiping it out. And it hit us all hard, especially at the university, because we knew the medic there. She was my mentor and my friend. And I was... She asked me to go with her. And I wasn't there when she needed me. So more than anything, I just wanted to fight those bastards. And Bajor is rebuilding, and it needs to rebuild, and it needs to heal, and it can't afford to get into that fight right now. And I thought, well, who is going to wind up fighting these monsters? And since I enlisted, or I don't know, maybe I didn't think through what all was going to be required or what the experience was going to be like. I was just thinking about what I wanted in the moment.
You feel like you failed your friend, and now you feel like you're failing the captain because you can't be there for her.
They're not the first ones either. This is what I can do. And I couldn't get to her. I couldn't get her. She needed me, and I couldn't save her. And now she's lying there, and I can't help. And all I'm supposed to do is run drills and learn to be a better cog in some machine, and I don't want it anymore. It's not me. It's not what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what the prophets want from me anymore, but it can't be this.
Cade, a few days ago, just a few days ago, I was talking to the captain. Maybe one of the first conversations we'd had. And she asked me about my opinion of her leadership. And I said, what of duty? That duty is not always doing the easy thing or the thing that feels correct, but doing the right thing in that situation. And that duty can make you a hero or a monster, depending on the outcome and of the perspective. You say you failed. I say you did your duty. I say everyone on the ship did. Because we did save the captain. And while she may be clinging to life, we have all done our duty. And the Trill that are coming are going to do their duty to save her. And she may not survive. But does that make them a monster for coming and trying their best? Does that make you a monster for not teleporting over to the ship fast enough? Does that make me a monster for not doing more? Should I have negotiated for her instead of threatening them? I did what was needed in that moment. If you walk away, where's your duty? Who is your duty to? Are you going to be a hero or monster or something in between? But if you stay on the ship, I can guarantee you that you will be able to find what you're missing. You're not just a cog in a machine. You're working with people who are trying to do their best to make the universe a safer place. And not just those we know, but those we haven't even met yet. You can leave if you want. I won't judge you. But think about it. Think about your duty. Not just to Bajor, but to everyone. And to yourself, too. What do you owe yourself? Maybe some forgiveness to start. Here are your quarters. You can pack up and head over to the Starbase. Or you can come back up to the bridge with me right now. Or you can come with the bridge later if you need time.
Thank you, Commander. And for whatever it's worth, I think every member of this crew is eminently qualified to make this universe a better place. I enter my quarters and close the door behind me.
I would like to appear out of nowhere.
I also would.
Hold on. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cade.
Commander,
Did he sneak into his quarters ahead of him?
Freaking love that so
It took
much.
a long time.
Yeah,
I freaking love that
talking by that
so
turbo
much.
for a while.
Yeah, we were.
she knows the...
Wait, are you two together?
No.
No.
I went anyway.
Wait, so you're both there? You're both in the
I
quarters?
just need 1 minute, so give me just a hot minute. Well, not gonna take long.
Okay, but I'm next. I'm just gonna stand here in the corner with my fingers in my ear. Everyone else gets to have a heart-to-heart moment with the
Oh no, don't worry, no hearts here.
It's,
Oh, I'm not. I'm in engineering.
Yeah.
You're like, what's going on?
Just, Cade. When I heard that you had quit your post, I thought perhaps it was so that you wouldn't be responsible for running these drills and could perhaps go participate and do something in the operation on Captain Ral. But now it turns out that you quit to wallow. How very disappointing. And now I disappear.
wait, before...
Smoke bomb!
Come here. Real quick, before you smoke bomb,
I'm walking out.
like as you have, Commander, a moment, I reach onto my counter and I pull up a data pad, and I thought this would have more practical application with where we were going, but after our after I offended you,
We don't have time for this.
I compiled this compendium of Romulan fighting techniques and philosophy. I thought you might get some use, or at least enjoyment, out of it. There's some interesting thoughts on misdirection. I wanted to apologize if I maligned your strength.
My strength can't be maligned, and you would do better to stop apologizing and stop focusing so much on yourself, and rather on at least who used to be your crew. I appreciate this. I'm fairly familiar with Romulan fighting techniques, but I appreciate the effort. I think it's very interesting that you chose to remove yourself from having any ability to affect what's going on in order to berate yourself for not having done enough to shape what's going on. You have many choices. You don't seem one to choose inaction. And now I'm leaving.
So well.
She picked up the microphone just so she could drop it.
I just wanted to wrap up that dangling plot thread from before.
So trust me, you'll want this back. We all know that you're gonna come back.
How did you get that? Was in the captain's ready room.
Yeah, he left.
Oh my god.
You're gonna want this back. Look, I've been where you are. I've probably been worse. I understand. I get it. You gotta do what you gotta do, and everyone else is gonna be emotional, but this is a really dumb decision, and you will regret it later. You're gonna want this back. You want to help the captain? Fine. You don't want to help the captain? Also fine. But you're gonna want this.
I think the new captain is right, and I can't help the captain.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't.
Not if you sit in this room like a baby.
How did you do that? Yeah, that's right. You can't help
It's in the
her.
back of my head or something.
So you find the thing you can do. You couldn't go, to the ship in time to save her. So what did you do? You did the next thing you could do. I mean, combat drills, that's fine. It's great. Like, you're going to learn how to be a better officer, if that's even, I don't know.
It's not a question of the drills, it's just...
That you should be there waiting for the drill in case...
Yes, anything could happen. Anything could go wrong, and
You're a Bajoran, right?
What gave it away?
I mean,
The ear cuff.
that's a very polite way of saying the nose ridge. Don't you have faith in the prophets?
I absolutely
Yeah.
have faith in the prophets. I'm not always the happiest with the decisions they seem to make or not make,
Yeah.
but I believe in them.
That's the
for
thing
certain.
with faith. It always finds a way to test us. It always finds a way to make us do the things we know we should do instead of the things we want to do. The thing about faith is it's signing part of yourself away, letting go of yourself enough to want to be part of something more. It drives you to action. It drives you to inaction. And I think you're going to want this back. Now, it would be real nice of you to rejoin so that I haven't stolen Starfleet property. Plus, if you want to rub his face in it, you just show up and do better than they expected. That's the real way to win.
I don't want you getting any further implicated in nefarious deeds than you possibly already have. So if you want to leave it there, I'm sure they'll find it.
Yep, that's fine. But when you're ready to come back, everyone here is going to bat for you.
I would like to roll for Cade to get over this.
Difficulty of 5?
It's really a difficulty of 1.
I imagine you know how much it is to let down the people that have come to depend on you. So just don't be an idiot.
Something I specialized in.
And right now, you're being an idiot.
That's another thing I've specialized in.
This guy's over here being an idiot. This guy's being.
He's real brilliant at being an idiot.
Yeah, he's a great idiot.
Yeah. All right, I'll leave.
What are you doing there?
So actually pretty shortly after he stayed after, I went down to engineering and basically gathered the whole engineering team around and gave them a little pep talk. Let them know that these drills are going to be coming. And just basically, we are either brand new or out of practice, and we do need these exercises. It is the duty of the engineering team to make sure that the ship operates at its fullest capacity so that the rest of the crew can do what they need to do in combat. And I absolutely expect this engineering team to learn quickly and pass with flying colors.
They all take it in. Delaran's like, yeah, guys, can we just get a group hug? This feels like a moment. Let's just take this. Let's just take this right now. Hannah, come on,
Izzy and Delaran are the only ones who hug.
Oh, no.
No. That wouldn't happen.
I have set by example. I have let all of the new engineering crew know that Delaran is my right-hand man. And when he says hug, we are all hugging because it is good for all of us.
That's right. Everybody hugging. All right. Anything else happening on the bridge? You're going to be back on the bridge at this point, yeah?
Yep.
Anything else happening?
But I do also, when I am done with that, just call Morganth. Yeah. Because I'm assuming this will be right after that conversation.
Call her up, yeah. Call her up.
Izzy to Morganth. I take it, what's going on up there?
Wallowing.
Wallowing? Is he? That's neat somewhere?
Focus
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
You do have a focus in wallowing.
Right Angst, brooding, wallowing.
How long do we have before the exercises?
How long do you want?
What was the time we were given?
I mean, he said within
He said 30 minutes,
yeah.
so we're fine.
Yeah, you got a little bit.
Yeah. So let's. Where do we meet?
Meet at that taco truck that's in the.
Oh,
The Arboretum.
I'm just behind you, and
It's a
hearing.
It's a hydro.
Okay, yeah.
You said like,
I'm
where
here.
should we meet? And I'm like, here's fine.
No, you probably were already on your way down to engineering.
I actually
when you
did
figured
want
out
to
that's
talk
where
to
I
you.
was.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, about a few things.
Hey,
Hi.
let's step into my office.
Sure.
So how did that go?
It's fine.
What's fine?
Oh, it'll burn off. All of the self-pity. Surely he'll get bored.
Did he quit?
Oh yeah. But not even to do anything effective.
He's a much better physician than we have any right to have on this ship. It would be really unfortunate to lose him while we're on this mission.
Yeah, he'll get over it.
Soon?
That is, I am less sure of. Hopefully. He's having many feelings. I think he just needs to sit with them for a minute. Or rather, whether or not he needs to sit with them for a minute, he is going to sit in his feelings. And we're just gonna have to wait for it to either burn off or him to leave the ship. It's not a real problem. It's a feelings problem that's getting in the way of fixing the real problems.
I'm just really not looking forward to George being in charge of sickbay again.
I'm telling you, I think that he will, as soon as he's done wallowing.
All right.
Meanwhile,
Was there something else you wanted to discuss with me?
how bad was the damage to the ship?
Quite bad.
Quite bad?
Mm-hmm.
What do we know about Archer?
From what I can tell, he's just very straight-laced, and judging by his attitude, I'm going to guess that what he does is whip crews into shape, and I'm going to guess that he's very good at it. We're really going to need to just... I think that if we just follow orders, we can actually get some very useful experience out of this, because most of our crew at this point is brand new, and the ones that aren't haven't seen real action the last month accepted, haven't really seen any serious action in years. I know I haven't. I could use the exercise, and I just made sure that the entire engineering team knows that we need the exercise and we're going to get it. Do you disagree?
No. Just curious.
What are your feelings?
That probably we have too many feelings happening right now.
That's fair. I agree with that.
Approximately how long do you think these simulations will take?
I think it's going to take us a while. Okay. And I think it's very likely that the captain will be going into surgery during that time. I also, from what I know of the Trills, do have full faith in the Symbiosis Commission to send their very best experts. And I think that she'll be in great hands.
Sure.
So I'm really not concerned on that front. I'm not
just concerned with time. I'm not concerned with their ability. I'm just concerned with time.
With time?
Mm-hmm.
With the time they will take?
Mm-hmm. The time that it will take them to get here.
Well, she's in stasis now. I'm not especially knowledgeable of medical technology, but my understanding was that the stasis field that she's in will keep her safe enough until they get here. If she hadn't already started to decline before you got her to the station. And my assumption is that the station's medical stasis facilities are better than ours.
She potentially... It's not good.
No.
No.
There's nothing I can do about that situation, personally. So I am choosing to focus my energies where they can be of the most use. I think, reasonably certain that her parents were sent in our direction as a result of our mission. And I think the sooner that we get this mission completed, the safer we all will be. And should something happen to her, should she not come out of this, I would really like for that not to be in vain. I would like for this crew to be as prepared as possible to go finish this job.
Hey, Ramirez to Commander Morganth and Izzy. We're waiting on you guys.
Has it been that long?
Turns out.
Let's do it.
Right back up on the bridge. Captain Archer on the bridge as you two approach. Still seems you're short a medical officer. Who's up?
I'm going to calm Cade.
I'm sorry, Commander, what are you doing?
I'm checking on the missing officer.
Who's the missing officer?
Oh, yeah.
Our chief medical officer.
Chief medical officer resigned.
Yeah, we're going to use Josh on this. I'll calm Josh.
George, all right. George here.
Josh, I need you on the bridge.
Why?
You're acting chief medical officer. And we're about to do some
Wait, what?
trials. I don't have time to explain. In fact, I just did.
Son of a bitch! Wallowing self-pitying little bastard!
Happened twice, and then it happened 3 times. It comes back like midway through the first.
Archer's like, all right, so we'll wait on our acting chief medical officer to get up here. Was his name George? George, we'll wait on George to get back up here. Everyone take your stations.
Short for George.
Hey, Mark, before we get into this, do you mind if we take a bio break? Because I got it.
Yeah, I was just about to do that in just a half second.
All right.
Everyone take your stations. I originally said that we were going aboard Starbase for some simulations, but we just had a stroke of luck. The USS Atalanta just happened to be in the area, so we are going to run some simulations. She's just pulling up. You see a huge Galaxy-class starship pulling up in front. It's like, we're going to have some fun today, y'all. Okay. On that, we're going to take a little bio break. We'll be back in just a few minutes and see what happens from there.
Nice.
And we're back. Welcome back. Smoke bomb.
How do you do that, Commander?
Amazing.
Lieutenant Commander, Commander, Captain, Admiral? Admiral.
Sure.
Give her time.
I know.
Give her time.
I see the Lieutenant Commander pips.
It's only
like, you know, Admiral.
matter of
Super
time.
Admiral.
Double Admiral.
Definitely stolen some things.
Okay, so everyone is on the bridge. George has finally come up grumpy as all hell. Just mouthing over, going over to the medical station.
Buddy.
Just stupid son of
I'm just waiting to see what Captain Archer does when he sees that.
Captain Archer just watches him go over and he's like, he's a Tellarite.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. All right, team. Here's what's going on. We've got the Atalanta that is going to be holding position. We are going to take a quick warp out to get clear of the Starbase. We'll have plenty of maneuvering room. We will then engage the Atalanta in simulations. We've already set up the systems for simulated fire as far as phasers, damage, and photon torpedo blasts. We are going to run this simulation, and we are going to do our best against a ship that heavily outmatches this one. Galaxy class is no joke, but imagine if you ever ended up against a Romulan Derivative X class.
Cool.
So, any questions before we get going? Everyone's clear on your position and your role?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Captain.
Outstanding.
Out of character, I would be expected to be at the engineering station on the bridge, yeah?
I was just about to say, Commander, do you want to be here? Do you want to be down in engineering with your team?
Do you have a preference, sir?
I love my engineers to be engineering where they can be at the heart of everything, if that's all right with you, Commander. Fabulous. We'll get your team down there. We'll wait for you to get into position.
Should
and
I
then
send
we
a
will
representative to the bridge?
Not necessary. You can handle everything there
Excellent.
perfectly well. Game-wise, engineering tasks are easier for you from engineering instead of the bridge. All right. If there are no other questions, we're all in position. Everyone ready? Commander, you ready?
I'm ready.
Outstanding. Man your station on sensors. Tactical, are you prepared?
Yes, Captain.
Love to hear that. Con, how you feeling?
Ready and willing, Captain.
Heard you've been in sick bay for a while.
I won't let that stop me.
Fabulous. We will head out. The Atalanta will meet us shortly. Con, make course. Warp factor 3. Take us out.
Take us out.
Shabam! You head out warp factor 3 momentarily into open space. Moments later,
Shall I roll for
sensors.
the power thing for...
Go ahead and, yeah.
That's one effect, so that means that we only burn 2 power on that.
Yep. Okay, everyone, like I said, we are going to be facing Galaxy class. We are heavily outmatched at this point, so we're going to need to be efficient and we're going to need to be smart. Con, ready for a lot of maneuvering. Tactical, get some good shots off in sensors. We need those locations. Give me something to shoot at and give me something soft.
Aye.
Understood. Engineering.
Yes, sir.
Let's get some power up. I want to make sure we've got full power as long as we can on this. I don't want to have to use torpedoes unless we have to. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding.
Shall I go ahead and do a... where's the region of the power management to try to get back the 2 that we lost on warp?
Go for it.
And that is...
Steering or control and engineering, probably better for you.
Where'd it go?
Control and engineering.
Control and engineering.
Difficulty
My
two.
daring and control are actually the same.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
And since I have a focus in power systems, I'm going to get the 5 crit window there.
You also have a ship assist, don't you? Oh, no, you don't have a power management. I'm sorry.
Captain.
I don't.
Lieutenant?
Should we get a red alert?
Not yet. We haven't anybody in place yet. We'll go to red alert if there's no threat.
With a difficulty of 2, which can succeed at cost on a success ship gains.
Most starships don't fly around in red alert, Lieutenant. I know you've been in some patrol, but...
Oh, are you kidding me? That is 2.
That is 2. All right, you get your success.
Oh, no, wait. Sorry. No, it's not. It's only 1. It's only 1.
Then no power coming back to you right now. Moments later, the Atalanta warps in. They are at long range. There she is. She's big even from here. Con, tactical. Let's go to yellow alert, please.
Yellow alert, Captain.
Standard protocol is to hail. We are going to go ahead and do that. Let's open the hailing frequency. Reynolds, open up the hail. Yes, sir. She opens up a hailing frequency. I'm going to roll for that. That's actually a thing you can roll for.
Are we doing this live weapons?
No, these are simulated.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not actually getting blown up.
Hailing frequencies. Oh yeah, there's that. Hailing frequencies are open.
Let's be realistic.
Let's not.
USS Atalanta, this is the USS Mazu. Please state your intent. Comms come back with Reynolds. No response, and they have raised their shields. All right, shields up, tactical.
Shields up.
1
Shields
power
up.
spend on that?
1 power spin on the shields raising.
I don't need to roll, do I?
That's a minor action, so you can just do that. So, the ship is currently holding position, but they are maneuvering for an attack pattern. As soon as he sees the attack pattern, Captain calls for red alert. They are moving into attacks. Go to red alert.
Taking evasive action, Captain?
Evasive action, helm on the first move. Take evasive action.
All right. I will take evasive action. Bow. Ooh, yeah. That's a success. 2 successes for evasive action.
Fabulous.
That takes us 1 power. And I'm going to spend, because I believe I have a momentum. I'm going to spend 2 momentum. So that we do not take the -1 penalty for firing at, for having been in evasive action. Because
awesome.
I have the talent precise maneuvering.
Nice, well done.
Okay, I am just going to remind you that we do also have improved impulse drive, so the other option that we have on those 2 momentum is we can spend 2 momentum to increase the difficulty of attacks on us.
That's what
What was the one you just did?
that's what evasive action does.
You just did evasive actions. That increases the difficulty of attacks.
We can spend 2 momentum to further increase it. So we can make it harder to hit us. So just before you go and spend momentum on things, make sure we don't want to do that instead.
I think you've already made the call.
Yeah, you already made the call.
I definitely want us to be able to shoot at them better.
All right, let me do a quick roll for them real quick. That is effective. Newman, give me something to shoot at. Give me a weakness.
Yeah, scan for weakness costs 1 power. And I roll reason and science, which is okay. I roll 2. Right?
Yes. And there should be a ship assist as well.
Oh,
What's the ship assist?
The ship assist is sensors and science.
Sensors and science.
Oh no, sensors and security. My bad.
Okay, so that's 15. Ugh, nope.
Still 2.
Still 2? All right. What was the difficulty on that? Was that 2 or 1?
The difficulty was 1 + 1 per range beyond close.
Okay, so 2 is going to be where you're at.
Okay.
Yeah. Because at this point they're at medium range. Yep, so you made it. So what does that do for us on there?
Successful scan for weakness equals next attack gains piercing 2!
Piercing 2! Piercing 2!
So,
at this point, the Atalanta has moved within firing range. I'm going to spend a threat. They are opening fire with a phaser. And that is going to be a hit.
Dang.
So 1 second, here we go. Oh, 1 more.
I like to think it's not just Mark.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Captain
Captain.
Archer.
No, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's canon.
right, that is going to be 5 damage.
Okay, so we have resistance 4.
Resistance
so
first, you take 1.
1 off shields.
Take 1 off shields.
All right.
All right, you're up. We're going to move these people down here. Engineering, let's call.
I would like to do more power management.
Do some power management.
And we don't have any more momentum. I'm about to stop using those dice. It's still just 1.
Still just
So
1.
it's a negatory.
Negative on that. They are going to be maneuvering around. Actually what?
Just make sure that nothing else that I have is relevant. Nope. Okay.
Cool. All right. Oh, man. They are scanning the ship. It looks like they are scanning for weaknesses. Morganth, you're on tactical. Morganth, fire phasers.
That is...
Probably on the blue sheet under.
It's on the blue sheet. Yep.
Which blue sheet?
Should be one says
Whichever one
tactical.
says- Oh yeah. Bottom.
I can give you control and security.
Fire weapon.
Uh-huh.
Fire weapon. It's control and security?
Control and security with ship assist.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's
Ooh.
a fail.
That was a fail. All right. Phasers go wide. Is that even with... oh, yeah, we didn't get that because we did evasive. Disregard on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Disregard on that. All right, they're moving through. Okay. It is back. Let's go to comms on this one. Not a lot happening on comms at this point. Where do I want to look on that? Yep, there we go. Tell you what, let's do, I think, who's got the comm sheet?
You might.
No.
No, somebody's got
Check the
comms.
backs of yours too.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, let me grab that since I'm going to be running comms over here real quick. I need to look something up.
Phaser blast. Sorry, that
Yeah.
missed.
Missed.
It missed.
But we still lost power for that, right?
Yep.
It's 1.
Yep.
Yep.
I think it's 2 for a fire weapon.
Is it?
I think it's 2 for.
It's 2 for phasers. The difficulty is 2 for phasers,
Difficulty
3
is
for
2, but it's
torpedo.
just
Not
one
the
power.
difficulty. I need to know the
It's
power.
just 1 power.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
just 1
gotcha.
power.
Scare me like that.
We are going to see if we can get a damage report. And we do get a damage report. That is going to be... Yep. All right, so on your next repair task, you will decrease difficulty by 1. So he's gotten a damage report on the ship from that.
Okay.
And the ship is coming through. And moves into place. Got it.
What'd you say that was in the next repair?
Yes, your next repair will be decreased difficulty by 1.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Space fight. Space fight. Space fight. Space fight. Space fight. Space fight.
That just
New theme song for the show right there.
Constellation is coming to an end. Tune in next week for Space Fight.
Tactical, I want you to take another shot at that. You can do better this time. I'm going to give you an assist on that. So I'm going to be going on the commanding officer to direct. I'll be assisting 1 die. Difficulty is going to be 3 with the phaser because it is a second action at that station, but I am going to be an assist. We also have a ship assist for the attack, so don't forget
What's the
that.
ship assist?
Ship assist is security and weapons.
So you
Good weapons?
roll an extra die. I think.
Well, somebody else roll for the ship. You roll yours,
Roll
somebody
for
else
the
rolls the ship.
I'll do it. I've been rolling.
Go for it.
Said security and weapons.
Yep.
Well, 1 success
Okay.
and 1 complication.
All right.
That's 1 success over here.
Unfortunately, we had a difficulty of 3. No success on the assist from that, unfortunately.
You
So
get a complication, though.
do get a complication.
That's pretty fun.
That's pretty fun. Yeah, on the shot goes wide because there is an overload on the phaser systems. The shot goes wide because the phasers go offline. You immediately hear a call, engineering!
All right, let's repair that.
Phasers offline, let's get it going over there. Anything on medical right now? George is like, not a lot going on, but we'll see what we can do. Already if something's needed. Well done, George. Let's go back to Con. Ramirez, get us in an attack pattern. We need some help on this.
Sounds good. I'll attack pattern Alpha. Here we go. And then I get the ship assist as well for that, yes?
Yep.
All right, that's weapons and con for the ship. And I am even better at this one.
Who's rolling ship assist? Weapons and con, ship assist.
Good.
Ship assist.
So I got 2 successes.
Oh, what's the ship assist?
No.
What was it?
I get 2 because I'm under my con.
What was he doing?
He's doing attack pattern.
Attack pattern?
Yeah.
All right, and the ship assist is weapons and con.
Wait.
And 12.
Yeah.
That's a 4. So what was the? Oh, it doesn't matter. So
Doesn't matter
that's
on that, yeah.
just 1.
Just 1?
Yep.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Because what was the thing about focus? Anything that's
also
be doubled.
For your discipline.
Yeah, for the not the discipline, but the department.
Not for ships. I think you only get that on disciplines.
Remember the thing that I found in the middle of the night last night?
Yeah, for disciplines, not departments. Disciplines are people, departments are ships.
I know, I'm saying that the thing was for the ship, it's for departments.
Really?
I'm pretty sure that's what I sent you, but it was very late and neither of us really had slept.
So the other thing that I rolled was also a natural 20.
Oh, hey, great. So we got successes and complications.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
3
So
successes and a complication, maybe more than 3.
Possibly
It's
4.
definitely only 3 because our department is only 3. So
Gotcha.
yes.
okay, so 3 successes with the complication. We will get the bonus for the attack, so the attack's going to be a reduced difficulty on the next attack, but because of the complication, let's make your maneuvering a little bit tougher.
Excellent.
This guy has been through a lot. High warp speed to get to the Starbase is really making maneuvering difficult. At this point, you see the Atalanta
Blasto.
maneuvering around for another attack pattern. Newman, give me something to shoot at.
Alright. Can use up another power, but I'll give it a shot. 3 successes.
3
And
successes.
that's without the ship assist yet.
Nice.
I'll roll for the nice. Sensors and security.
As a success.
Nice.
4.
4 successes.
Did we get momentum?
momentum because it's not.
You'll definitely get the momentum on that, for
Make sure
sure.
you do momentum
What was
because
the
I'm doing
difficulty,
10
2?
other things.
Yeah, difficulty is 2 on that one.
Yeah, and we had 1 for me.
Oh,
Oh, you had 1?
Yeah,
Yes.
my difficulty was
Yep,
2 for the
add
attack.
that on.
Cool.
We're looking
I mean,
good.
difficulty should be on your sheet, too. So you should have power.
Yeah,
and
1
difficulty.
plus 1, but I just didn't know if it got worse.
Oh, not on that, no.
That's
Yeah.
the only reason I was asking.
So we got the momentum on that one. They are coming around and they are firing phasers. You know what? Let's get another die in here.
Yeah, why not?
That is a hit.
How far out are we from them?
You're at medium range at this point.
Okay.
Well, what kind of hit are we talking here? Like a
Phaser hit.
Lubega hit or like
I don't know. Let's find out.
go on hit? 'Cause that
It's
Tell me another 3.
it's an Algero hit.
was, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is it like a train?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
9.
Oof.
Ooh.
That's
That's a
pretty
hit.
close to
That's a hit.
beyond.
So what was
9.
that?
9 damage.
You just got 9 damage.
Resistance is what?
4, so we take 5 more.
So that's going to give you a breach.
Well, he said we take 9 damage, so there's
9 damage.
9 damage.
9 damage.
He said it to the German commanders.
All right, where's the
9
breach?
damage sounds good.
Where'd my sheet go?
Love it.
Where'd my breach sheet go? What the heck? Where'd my
What
breach
my breach
sheet
is
go?
it?
Oh, here it is. All right. Oh, engines. Ship immediately loses 2 power.
No, we just lost 2.
You just lost 2 power. You are going to need to take a restore minor action.
Cost for your moves either.
I was
You
trying.
cost 1. You cost 1. So that was.
I gave you the other one.
You did. So just in the last couple of things, and you cost 1. So that took us down to 6, and we just lost 2 more.
Lost 2.
We're now down to 4.
And you're going to have to do a restore action, minor action, and that's going to actually, it's going to be back to you. So you should probably take a restore minor action to restore function.
What's the restore minor action?
It's just a minor action. You can just say, I'm going to restore this stuff.
Restore, perform minor action, repairs to bring systems back online. You just say you do it.
Okay, then I'm doing that.
That's going to be your minor action. The only reason that we have to be clear on that stuff, and this is like some metagaming, just so everybody understands, you get 1 free minor action on each of your turns. Any additional, you have to spend momentum.
Okay, so that restore is going to be for the one that was a little damaged, or is that for...
That's your engines took your breach.
Okay.
So without the restore minor action, the difficulty and complication range of all of your tasks increases. By doing the restore minor action, you get rid of that complication.
Okay.
Okay? Now you can take your regular action.
Okay, does that clear the breach though?
Doesn't clear the breach. The breach doesn't get cleared.
Okay. So we did that. And then, but we still have, damage to the engines and damage to the, what do we have the overload on the phasers. So we have no phasers right now, so we need that, right? Mm-hmm. So the phasers are offline, the engines are just damaged?
Yes.
Okay.
And you're running low on power.
Yep. But I can only deal with one of those things, right?
Yep.
So if I deal with the phasers, I can...
Well, you can spend momentum to do an additional task.
It's a little harder, but you can do it.
Increase the difficulty by 1 by spending 2 momentum.
I'd say we need to do that. I also... Okay, so I have to spend 2 momentum
to do 2 tasks. Yep.
And I also desperately need to spend at least 1 momentum on that power management roll because we are...
So let's do power management first.
So we'll do that first. So spend 1 on power management.
Okay.
Look.
Kick its butt.
Reason engineering.
What's the ship system? I can
there is no ship system on that one.
Yeah, no ship assist on that one.
You're assisting the ship.
Reason engineering. Yeah. All right, that is 3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the focus, nope. Okay.
So that should give you 2 additional power back?
That gives us, so it's difficulty 2. On success, ship gains 1 power, and then I can spend that momentum I just got to get a second power.
Okay, fair enough. And then put it
So
back.
let's
Boom,
do that.
2 power.
All right, so that gets us back to a whopping 6.
And now you're going to spend 2 momentum and take additional task?
Yep.
And do a repair on...
And I want to do... So is that repair or damage control?
Let's do damage control.
Okay. Because there isn't a repair.
Yeah, we'll do damage control.
Yeah, so damage control for the weapons. And I do have shipboard tactical systems as a focus.
You also have the damage report that you had, so it decreases the difficulty by 1.
So that reduces the difficulty by 1, and I would like to take my focus.
Okay.
So, damage control, that's presence engineering, 8, 13. That's 3 successes.
Fabulous. Okay. So you're going to bring the phasers back online. They are back up.
Do we get...
You will get momentum.
Momentum on that? What was the difficulty?
It should be on there, I thought.
It says difficulty varies.
Oh, that's right. For this one, we're just going to do a difficulty 1.
Okay, so we get 2 more back.
There we go.
Woo! Dope. So that almost evened out.
Almost even out. There we go.
That's the goal.
After all that.
Oh, jeez. You see the Atalanta moving into position, but you also see a short in their phaser bank as they try to fire a second time.
Oh,
Tactical, you're up.
Okay.
Tactical, can you give me a phaser shot on this one?
Give it a try, Captain.
I love that attitude.
2 success.
2 successes, fabulous. Roll some damage on that. Yeah, there's ship assist as well.
Yeah. Well,
ship assist.
I can't do it though.
Okay, somebody else ship assist.
Yeah.
And then it wins.
Just super quick, so I can focus back on what we're doing. Due to their size, advanced technology, and competent crews, starships can easily be adapted to a wide range of activities and operations. As a result, unlike a character, a starship does not have distinct focuses, but instead treats every task it attempts or assists as if it had an applicable focus. As a result, any d20 rolled on behalf of the ship, which rolls equal to or less than the ship's department score, so that's the lower of the 2 numbers,
Fair enough.
scores 2 successes.
So throw another momentum in there to catch us back up. We also got 1 momentum for the successful attack. Roll some damage.
But we did lose 1 power.
Yes.
Yep. So roll your damage.
Yeah.
Roll that
Piercing 2!
Piercing 2!
Roll your damage,
What does
man.
ship get?
It should be on the Mazu sheet.
Yeah.
Piercing. Don't forget your piercing 2.
I think it's
Your
5.
free piercing.
Your free piercing.
Yeah. In your ears.
Also.
Piercing 2. Oh, this is dumb.
We've got to stop. We've got to stop this, y'all.
Commander, what are you doing?
Piercing 2!
Piercing 2!
Commander Newman has lost his
It's
mind.
I'm mad from
Yeah, you get a lot of damage on those phasers.
No, that's yours.
No,
That's the Mazu.
That's
Mazu.
It's a Mazu.
Yeah, then
Their damage
it's
is
9.
Yeah, phaser bakes are 9.
And before you do that, let me point out this part here, the Starship combat momentum spends, where you can spend some of that momentum that we just got to either do bonus damage, add, ignore the Starship's resistance, do extra piercing. You can reroll damage if you suck it up. You could, if we do a good hit, we could hit an additional system.
The
Or
difference between 1 R.
so that means you can, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do.
God, beautiful momentum. I don't
Beautiful
know if you can see it
momentum.
Beautiful momentum.
Yeah,
No,
no,
they
we're
can't
gonna.
see
I will just warn you
Roll
all, if you
that
drain
beautiful
momentum
momentum.
before an engineering round, I will be very angry.
It's just gonna be 1.
No, I'm just
But
saying,
it's my
make sure
call.
you leave me a couple.
Leave him a
at any
couple.
given time.
That's all.
Alright, here we go.
Let's see what we can do.
I'm just figuring out which one I want to do.
That wasn't just for you, that was for everyone.
Everyone's just falling apart without me.
This is amazing, guys!
Do bonus damage.
We're doing it! We're holding our own against the Galaxy class! I can't believe Cade is missing this!
What did
It's
you
like we're unencumbered.
What did you choose?
I chose bonus damage,
Okay.
which is good.
No, not a lot of damage.
2, 3, 4, 5, 3 effect. And so, how do I do bonus?
It's just going to be 1 additional damage per momentum spent.
Okay.
It's not even a die, it's just 1 damage.
Yeah, it's
Just one for you.
Yeah.
Just one.
So what's the total damage?
6
That's
damage.
a lot of
6 damage?
Three effects.
piercing of 2.
With a piercing of 2! Alright, so the piercing of 2 ignores 2 resistance. You're going to get
Yeah.
3. You're going to take a couple of shields off,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not a lot of
So
shields.
did you roll 1 more or no?
You don't roll one roll.
roll.
I don't have to roll it,
It's good.
it just
It's
counts.
It's an automatic one.
It's an automatic one. So there's no chance of it being a nothing either.
Yeah.
So
No, that's the nice part. Yeah.
This is boring.
Yeah.
It's like the safe choice.
Hey guys, remember when we didn't know how to play this and it was a lot cooler?
Roll dice to throw a sink at the other ship.
I'm telling you, we get a lot of cool tricks if we do this right.
oh, we really do get a lot of cool
We
tricks.
also get a lot of
Reynolds tries to get another damage report, but is not able to get a good success on that one.
That's bad.
And you do see the ship maneuvering again. They are maneuvering into long range at this point.
Okay.
It's going to be command at this point. So Captain calls down to engineering. Engineering, how are we doing down there?
How are we doing?
You tell me, engineering, how we doing down there?
Out of character, how are we doing?
How's power? How's shields? How are everybody looking?
Shields are about half and power's low.
All right, you need some power down there.
Working on it.
Let me see what I can do from up here. Oh, add 2 momentum,
Yes!
and we are going to create an advantage.
Yes!
So,
Spend that to.
Oh. I get so.
oh,
on
later
that-
on.
Yeah,
Later
so on those rolls to regenerate power, I can keep spending momentum to get more power, so.
for the advantage, I'm going to reduce the difficulty of your next power generation by 1.
Alright, sounds good.
And that's going to bring us to sick bay. George, we have those simulated casualties coming in. Let's get some repairs done. Oh, that's actually good.
Imagining it's just like some gold shirts walking in. Hey.
Hey guys, let's go. What's going on? Let me see your sheet real quick.
Mendron's there, but he's really hurt.
He's actually hurt himself.
He fell.
He and Milo ran into each other.
Yeah. He twisted his ankle, and so he doesn't understand why everybody else is hurt.
Okay, so the patching up wounded with medical helps, and what that's going to do is it lets you pick a single department. The next task done by that department, you get an additional D20, so we're going to send that to engineering.
Thank you. We get an additional D20?
D20.
Awesome.
20.
And that brings us back to the top of the list. Con, they're moving into long range. Give us another attack pattern.
All right, should I bring us in close, Captain?
Nope, keep us at long range.
Okay.
Attack
Sounds good.
pattern beta.
No. We're
Delta.
No, we're going attack pattern
Gamma.
Epsilon.
Oh,
It's time
geez.
for the
Oh, Epsilon, look out.
Epsilon.
Yeah, we
Attack
never do
pattern.
Epsilon.
I'm gonna spend a
Yep.
momentum as
We've literally
well.
never done that.
We don't actually have
We've
it.
actually never had anybody
Never had that.
like
Right.
doing this role
That's
when
true.
we've been fighting, so this is new.
How?
Sweet.
on-
Can you or someone roll a ship?
yeah, what's the
Yeah, I will.
What is it?
Um,
I'll do it.
Attack pattern ship, this is weapons con.
Yeah, weapons and con.
Somebody do
Weapons
it.
and cons.
Do it! Jesus. Oh,
Well, I lost.
good job.
That's 3 successes.
Was that a 20
Nice.
or a 10?
No, it was neither.
It's going to give us two,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, one more momentum.
And I'm going to spend 2 to create an advantage for us.
Nice.
Since it's at long range, I am going to create the advantage of maneuvering in line with its short and phaser banks. Because we saw one had a short. I'm kind of keeping us angled like that.
So, to be clear, phaser banks on a Galaxy class.
Oh, that's right. They go all the way around.
Yeah, they go all the way
well, then
around.
in that case, I will create a different advantage. I'll create an
A
advantage.
plasma cannon.
No, I'll create an advantage. Let's call it something like attack pattern momentum or something like that. And basically, I'll use that to try and decrease the power drain on the next maneuvering we have to do.
I'm into it. There we go. So, next maneuvering you'll do because of that spend, no power loss.
Thank you. Remind me of
And that
that.
was 1, by the way, for attack
Yeah.
pattern.
We're going to spend another threat. We're going to spend
Finally spending it.
more threat. Oh, I've been spending it. I just have a lot.
When you
I
spend
just have a lot. It's true.
If this has not been him spending.
Photon torpedoes being fired from the Atalanta. And photon torpedoes.
No! Oh, geez,
Photon torpedoes hit.
No, yeah,
They're high yield. So if a breach is caused by a torpedo, it causes an additional breach.
Okay.
Lamest torpedo ever, y'all.
what I like to
Lamest
hear.
torpedo ever.
And Commander
5.
Newman goes
I
flying.
know it's new, but we have a casualty.
Oh no! We lost Newman.
Newman just bumped his head.
His final words were 2 piercing.
Piercing.
So 5 damage, 4 resistance, so 1 off shields.
1 off shields,
How
yep.
are you on shields right now?
Slightly past half, so of our 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So of 14, oh, we're right at half.
All right, Newman.
Newman!
What are we doing?
I guess I'll scan for weakness again because it's the only useful combat thing I can do.
Not.
It's very useful.
Well, I guess I could like
You are
do
momentum
assists
mining.
or create advantages.
No.
You can, yeah. You can spend momentum to do all these things. You can do all that stuff if you want.
Create advantage says task with difficulty 2. If successful, create an advantage.
Do it.
I want to create an advantage.
Do it.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. Wait, it's a task with difficulty 2, so I.
What are you trying to do? And we'll tell you what.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I guess I need to know what advantage means.
Just something like we had a minute ago, where it didn't cause the drain, or it's something that you can either help your ship, or it can make something tougher for your opponent.
Okay. How about? Instead of basically, this sounds so dumb. I want to extrapolate the weakness that I found previously. So instead of scanning for it, I'm just using the computer to help extrapolate what damage it'll do to what systems further into the ship.
How about this? The advantage will be on the next attack. You can target a specific system without the increase in difficulty.
I like that.
I like that.
Okay.
Task difficulty 2, and on that, let's use reason and engineering.
Reason and engineering.
Yeah.
Do you assist?
Yes, the ship can assist. GM may allow them to assist.
I'll let a ship assist on that. Sure,
What
we'll
is
let a
it?
ship assist. Let's do engineering and sensors.
All right.
Okay, I'll just...
That's 1.
2.
2, 3 successes. Give yourself momentum.
Oh, sorry, no, it was 2 in total between the two of us.
Oh, okay, cool. So you created the advantage. So the next attack, you can target a specific system without an increase in difficulty.
What are your
Rad.
focuses, by the way? What are your focuses? Anything remotely useful for combat?
No. Crisis leader, but I'm not in charge right now.
All right.
And it's not really a crisis.
Okay, that brings us to engineering.
All right. Current status is we're at half shields and 4 power. I want to do another power management. Where'd it go? Oh my god. Where's everything?
Where is everything?
Where's
No,
everything?
like some of these have the numbers on them and some don't. So
Right,
like
the colorful sheet has the numbers on them. The other one didn't.
yeah. More thing. There we go. So power management. Okay, daring and control, and then I get an extra d20, and then I'm going to spend a momentum,
And I've reduced difficulty by 1 because of the advantage.
and you reduce difficulty by 1. So I'm going for 15, and 5 is my focus. Oh, come on.
Oh no.
That's 3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got
I was
it.
hoping for some doubling.
That's all right.
All right. What was the difficulty? Was 2.
It's 2.
So we get 1 momentum back.
Difficulty is only 1 because I reduced difficulty.
Oh, okay, so we
You
get
get
2
2.
momentum back. I would like to spend 3 so that we get 4 power back, and that gets us back up to 8.
You fancy.
Dope.
You fancy.
Dope. Indeed.
Okay. And that brings us to tactical.
Yeah,
Morganth, we're at long range. How do you feel about a torpedo?
I think that's the way to go, Captain.
Let's do it.
You don't want to
Torpedoes
know
away.
how it feels about the torpedo.
That is a difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3.
Difficulty
Okay.
2
Do I
because of
get-
our attack pattern.
Difficulty 2 because of the attack pattern.
Do I get a ship assist?
You do get a ship assist. You always get a ship assist on your attack.
I'll do it, but where's the...
I think it's
It is weapons and
Should be
security.
weapons and
weapons and con.
Weapons and security.
It's 13, I think.
Weapons and security?
Weapons and security.
weapons and
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
13. All right.
Those phasers are mean, but those torpedoes are high yield. So
Yeah. So that's 1 success on the ship.
2 success, 3 success.
3 success. Give yourself momentum and
you
roll your
have
damage on a
already been
torpedo.
Focus on? Are any of them under your discipline? Okay.
All right, roll your damage.
And we get to pick what.
You can target 1 system.
Right.
What's the system?
I assume the captain would.
Captain's looking at you.
Oh,
What system did you research?
What system?
engineering.
Engineering. Targets engineering. There you go.
I would like to spend 1 momentum for penetration.
Okay.
Piercing? Yeah. Piercing. Don't mean
I
piercing.
kind of had a feeling somebody would laugh at that. I don't know.
piercing actually.
It's too piercing. It's too piercing. Too piercing.
You can repeat that.
It is actually
Way too
penetration.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait.
Because that ignores 2 resistance per momentum spend.
1, 2, 3, 4. 7 for effect.
7 for effect. And you were
With penetration.
With penetration, so we
With
knock out.
penetration means ignore 2 resistance per momentum spent.
Got it. So that's going to give you 3.
That torpedo went deep.
It went very deep.
All right. We knew it was happening, right? We knew it was happening.
I can't do much right now.
But I can laugh at penetration.
Are we trying to get our torpedo to penetrate the warp core?
Oh, our torpedo penetrated.
What was the name of your all sketch troop again?
It was the 6.
Yeah,
The 6.
SATKS. Yeah.
You see another salvo of torpedoes headed your way, and I mean a salvo. They fired a full spread at you.
A salvo. They
Okay.
blow up everything.
No, there have been better things that could have happened to you.
These are just dummy torpedoes, right? They're Nerf torpedoes.
Oops, we fired real torpedoes. Oops, all live torpedoes.
That's still better than oops all berries.
Yeah, it is.
Now, we're not certain we can trust Starfleet right now, but we're going to let this ship fire on us several times.
9.
9?
9.
All right, so that's 5 off,
okay.
but then that takes us to that's 5.
5.
Damage.
So that
Can we restore?
because that does, what does that do? That does a thing.
You're gonna have a breach at the 5.
Yeah,
And if
so
have
5
you-
is a breach.
5 is a breach, and if any attack brings your shield to 0, that's also a breach.
So we are not at 0. We have 2 left,
Okay.
but we did have 5. So
Okay.
what's
Breach is going to be.
Generate them.
Oh, computer systems take a hit.
I should have targeted their photon torpedoes.
Oh, that would have been a good. That would have
They're targeting their weapons, but yeah.
Computers cannot be used to perform or assist any task until repairs are made, and the complication range for any ship assist increased by 2.
So 18 is the
So 18 is the complication until we get repairs done on this point. Comms are up. He's going to try to get a damage report in after that hit. Does not get a damage report in.
But that repairs that minor action, right?
She'll take a she'll take a minor action of a repair. Yeah, she'll take that. Okay, Atalanta makes a move. Command is coming up. What does Commander Archer want to do at this point? Engineering, I feel concerned. How are shields doing?
I desperately need to restore shields, and I still feel better with a little more power, but we're about halfway there.
All right, let's get some shields going. We're going to create an advantage to decrease difficulty of your next shield generation. Hopefully. Yes, so decrease your next shield regeneration task by 1. Sickbay simulation's coming in. And that one did not work. They're getting flooded at sickbay right now, so they aren't going to be able to decrease that difficulty. That's
You
gonna...
should feel bad.
I do.
Con, you're up.
Cade's fine, but I
right.
feel bad.
All right, and this is
I
no
was
power drain.
No power drain on the next maneuver. Con, how are you feeling over there?
Feeling great, Captain.
Yep.
I'm ready to try something reckless.
What do you want to try?
I want to bring us in close inside their torpedo range so that they can't pepper us from safety like this. I think we can cling to that saucer section.
Bring us into close range. Impulse ahead.
All right, I will maneuver. I think I just do that. It is. It can't right now because of the computer, right?
Or it can, it's just harder.
Maneuver is 0 difficulty. You still have to roll for it. Control and con. And computers can assist, but it does have
18 and 19 or 20.
Yeah.
So
That's 3
Complication.
3 momentum so far.
Okay.
Oh,
Depending on whatever the
so anything that
3 so far.
3 so far.
But not a complication.
Not a complication. Okay.
And then I'm going to spend 2 momentum to attempt another task. Basically, I'll simulate the like clinging to their saucer section.
You just want to get really
Yeah,
close on
right
them.
up in there. I'm going to do. We'll call it evasive maneuvers.
it sounds like invasive maneuver.
No, you're getting a little personal here. There.
Again, but a different,
I mean, different.
This is maneuver cuddle.
maneuver cut.
this is Operation Big Spoon, sir.
No, even better, even better. I will assist. I will nominate a single ally I can communicate with.
Okay.
And what I will do is I will maneuver precisely as she's targeting. So I'll try and use like let's say daring and con to assist because we're getting all up on them. I want to assist and make it easier for you to target them where they are most vulnerable.
I like it. I like it. Let's do that assist on that one. Yeah. So
Alright.
once you take that attack on your turn, he'll roll the assist. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. That's going to bring the Atalanta in. You guys are right up in the grill. They're not liking it, so they're going to maneuver away.
Oh, are they?
They are. They do move to medium range at this point. So they are now at medium range. Newman, you're up.
For a minute.
Hey, Newman. Captain Arch looks at you and says, Trade places.
Okay. Aye, Captain.
All right, give us some good directions. I'm going to give you something to shoot at. And he does. You'll have a, what is it, the additional, the 2 penetration and the decreased difficulty for the sensors?
Is that a double?
It's a double, yeah.
It's a double. Yeah, he did the scan for weakness.
Okay.
Yeah, successful scan for weakness. Atalanta makes their move. Engineering, you're up.
All right, I need to do that restore on the computers.
Computers have already been restored. They did the restore minor action over here. Comms did the restore minor action.
Oh, comms did that.
Comms did that before they did their damage
I
control.
didn't realize someone else could do that. All right.
It increases the difficulty.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Then I want to do. Yeah, I just want to do regenerate shields.
Let's do it. And that's a decreased difficulty because of the help from the captain.
That is, yeah, decrease next shield regeneration. I'm gonna buy momentum. And can I claim a focus on that one? Shield's part of shipboard tactical systems.
Yes. Wait, let me check. Yes.
All right, and I get a focus. All right, and so that is control and engineering, and I get a ship assist of structure and engineering. Can someone roll that?
Yep.
So, structure and engineering, you're rolling for 13.
Okay. No.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, it's fine.
We're fine. We're fine. That looked like an 8.
I know.
Oh, no.
It's not.
What's going on over there?
That's 1 success and a complication.
Oh
Okay.
no!
But you only had 1 difficulty.
However, all other tests is just okay. So the computers have already been repaired, so the increased complication range is no longer in effect, right?
The increased complication range, I think, is in effect because you computers can't be used until restore minor. That's been done, so you can use computers, but all other tasks assisted by the ship increases the complication range by 2. That persists.
That stays?
That's going to be there.
All right, well then I just rolled 2 complications.
All right.
And a success, and did you roll a success over there?
No, but it was not a complication.
Okay.
Okay, so you got success because there's only 1 difficulty, so you'll increase the shields. For the complication, because of that, let's make you unable to increase the shields on your next round. And for your second complication, that's also going to interfere with your regenerating power. So no power or sensors increase on your next round.
Not at all next round?
On your next round.
Awesome.
Cool.
I am going to spend a momentum so that I at least get 4 shields back.
Yep.
Ooh, fancy.
Because we're going to need it.
Yeah, let's spend some more threat. Nope, that wasn't a roll. Yes, phasers hit. And they are at medium range. That is its effective range. Only 5. So 5 damage.
5? All right, so
Yep.
it's 1.
Yep, 1 off the shields. And that brings us to tactical. All right, Commander, you're in charge. What do you want tactical to do?
Tactical is
It's weapons or all that stuff.
and we have an advantage because of what you did.
Yeah, I'm
It'll be an assist.
Oh, no.
Assist,
It'll be an
right.
extra assist.
Right,
Yep.
5 phases.
Yeah.
1 success, 1 complication.
1 success for me as well.
Okay, and then ship assist.
What's the ship assist? What was it? Firing phasers?
Firing
Yeah,
phasers.
it's weapons and security.
Weapon security.
All right, and that is 13. 1 success.
Okay, so 3 successes, all right? 3 successes, so you do hit. Let's roll some damage and add 1 momentum on there.
And actually, add 2 more because our phasers are versatile. So that means you should be getting 2 momentum
That's right.
for a success.
Every successful phaser hit adds 2 momentum on versatile.
I'll take that.
So
And
2 in addition to that 1?
Yep.
Yeah. Can we spend some of that?
Yeah, spend your momentum.
Yeah.
Save me some. Well, I guess we got an extra round to save it. So.
We could try and do some of that, or try and do some of that.
Thinking, well, we did that one and we did that one. I thought maybe we could do devastating.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's 2 momentum for a devastating attack.
Okay.
So that's an additional system, and then we do an extra hit and half the damage.
Okay.
Cool. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 effect.
So total number of damage.
It's 9.
9 total.
5 effect.
So
9 total with 5.
with 5 effect. Got it. Okay, got it. Sorry. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. And you're going to do half damage on another system, which is going to be an additional 4. You have caused a breach on the ship.
Aha!
Cool. All right. Because of that, they're going to miss their next turn, which brings us back around to Calm. She's going to get a damage report. Succeeds in the damage report. So again, damage report. Where did it go?
That reduces difficulty on extra repair by 1.
Yep. Okay, and that's going to bring the Atalanta back. They are going to maneuver out again to long range. Newman, you're up.
I'm going to attempt to create an advantage
Okay.
regarding power.
Okay, how are you going to do that?
Oh, wait. We're still dealing with...
So, okay, so
Set of
over the
complications.
limitations that just got...
No sensor of power regeneration next round.
No, shield of power regeneration.
Shield of power, yeah, I'm sorry.
Creating an advantage can counteract the complication.
You can.
That's what I'd like to do, is I'd like to counteract.
Thank you.
Okay, so pick one, shields or power.
Power.
Power, please.
Okay.
I know which one to pick.
Always power, always power.
This is difficulty 2,
Yeah.
roll 2.
The stupid thing is we have extra power. Normally on a Constellation class, we'd only have 10 to start with.
Yep.
It's got 3 attributes listed: control, insight.
You can choose which one.
Oh, I
The
can
ship
choose.
literally can't
Let's
handle
choose.
the
I mean,
weapons and engines.
justify it, but
I'm gonna go with reason,
okay. And how?
because I think it's better than control and insight. It makes more sense.
No.
Like it's sciencey.
Science-y.
All right, I'll let you get away with it this time.
Reason
Daggers.
Yeah.
and command. Reason and command. Okay, that's actually really good for me. 2 successes.
2 successes. All right, so it's going to counteract the power. She'll be able to regenerate power next round.
Okay.
And medical.
Decided that tastes great.
So medical is successful, so it's going to be a reduced difficulty on another attempt. Do we want it on engineering or do we want it on tactical?
How are you feeling?
I could hit him again.
Do you want reduced difficulty, or have you been hitting pretty well already?
It's been a mix.
I'm sorry, that's a reroll d20. So it's a reroll. It's not a reduced difficulty. It's a reroll 1d20.
Ooh. Hey.
You tell me though.
I would really
Chance
love to
to
be
fix
able to
one
reroll.
mistake.
Okay.
Alright,
All right,
It's yours.
so that's a reroll.
that's going to bring us back to Con. Ramirez is up.
I would know this.
'Cause it'd be neat if
especially
I
given
could
my con score. What's
not.
the scale of a Galaxy class ship?
6.
6.
It's big.
It's big.
It's very
Two
big.
classes bigger than
really
us.
It's even, really, if we ram it. So what I'm hearing is ramming speed.
At this point, Captain says, no,
No.
no,
Ramming the ship.
no.
You just hear Izzy over comms, just Ramirez!
Yeah, I just wanted to
He
say
did earn that nickname for a reason.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say it. Okay, in that case, since you all are afraid of true greatness, instead, what we're going to do is they're at long range, right?
They're at long range.
Okay, I'm gonna warp us into close range.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, power 1 per zone, so that's 2.
2 power.
Okay.
It is a control and con roll.
Yep. Difficulty 2.
And then I can get engines and con to assist me.
Actually, since it's warp, we can do the I can roll for each of those power used and possibly get them back.
Sweet. Let's try it.
Nope.
All right.
No joy.
Ship assist on that. Ship assist.
Yes. Engines and con. Okay,
Somebody. Anybody.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
All right, so
we got
that's
it.
3 successes.
What was it?
It was an 8.
Okay, thank you.
So whatever it was.
3 momentum for us.
3 momentum.
3 momentum,
I
I get
spend
that.
2 of them to attempt an additional task.
Okay.
I'm going to take us into evasive action.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend another power.
Okay.
Oh,
Increase difficulty.
Power's getting low up there.
I'm going to spend a momentum on this.
Difficulty is 3.
Did you already take out that
we're
extra one you
great.
just
Oh,
said?
we're fine. We're good. No, that's 2, 3, 4 successes.
4 successes.
4
Wow.
plus
So
if the
one more
ship wants
momentum.
to help me. I don't know, or can it do more than one thing?
Yeah, you can
All
still have a,
right.
you can still have a ship assist.
It would be engines and no structure and con. But so what are looking for under a 3, I believe, with the ship
So,
for anything
so
fancy.
it's 13.
Yeah.
So 13 looking for 3.
Nah.
It was a 14.
No,
Successes,
unfortunate.
so I'll take that extra momentum.
Yeah, we got it.
Thank you
Looking
very
for
much.
3.
I put it back.
Okay,
There's
just
one
one.
back over
And
it.
then I will spend 2 of those momentum to increase our difficulty further using our fancy engines.
To
Do what?
increase what?
You want to make it harder on us?
No.
No, it's to increase the difficulty of our attacks.
Yeah, of attacks on us, right?
Because it's a
You're
basic
taking
action.
away my extra power right now by spending momentum.
Well, I mean, we'll get it back between now and then.
Will we?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I don't want us to get hit. If we get blown up between now and then,
I mean, there's that.
I'm just making it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Knock one
let's
off.
do it.
Yeah.
It's 2. You gotta take off 2.
Already did.
That's 2.
2 additional difficulty?
Additional difficulty to
Okay.
hit us now. And we're close to out.
You really are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they had done some sensors and some other things involved, which unfortunately they're going to hit you with their
tried to do card maneuver
phasers.
them.
Like that.
Yeah, you did.
I tried.
Sorry. But it's a good counter because they were scanning and all the things that you would normally do as well. That doesn't count.
Does it sound like he has $1 million?
Because he's rolling against the table.
Yeah.
It just sounds like
9.
9?
9.
Good again.
It's great.
Just think how much it
9.
would be if he had had those extra 2 successes.
Okay, so
It'd be bad.
So that's 2 breaches.
2 breaches. First breach.
Our shields are down.
Yikes.
And I can't regenerate them this round.
Any additional damage causes a breach at this point until shields get back up. Okay, that's unfortunate.
And I can't
Breaches
regenerate
get steeches.
shields this round.
There's a breach on the structure, so we're going to roll 1 challenge die. If there's an effect, then someone has a lethal injury. You're clear.
Woo.
Second breach is going to be sensors.
No.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite.
How would I know what's going on?
9.
Until the restore minor action, no task can be performed using or assisted by sensors. All attacks increase in difficulty by 1. And we are on sensors at this point, so Captain's like, I guess I'll do what I can. Fortunately, can't do much. So they are going to maneuver to medium range at this point. Engineering, you're up.
All right, so for that sensors breach, I can just do the restore
You can just do a
minor
restore minor action, yeah.
All right, so that's restore minor action to clear that. And then I can't restore shields. Is it just for a round that I can't restore
Just this
shields?
one round, yeah.
Cool.
that round already happened.
Nope, it did not. I would have crossed it out at the end of the round. But I can regenerate shield or power since we're at 4. So
That's
I'm going
something.
to do that. We have 1 momentum. All right, so that's 4 successes.
Wow, well done.
So
difficulty on
I think that's
Power management is difficulty of 2. Also, and I get to re-roll
Yeah.
a d20.
Oh yeah, because of the thing. Yeah.
That's a weird one. Because if I re-roll, I don't want to re-roll a success. I mean, I could get a crit, but that's asking for trouble, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't re-roll unless it's
not to.
yeah.
Okay, but that means I do lose that re-roll, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But you had the option.
Okay, but it is now the end of that round where I can't regenerate
Right,
shields,
so you'll be able to regenerate
I'll be able
shields.
to next time. So that means we have 2 momentum. On success, the ship regains 1 power, and I'm gonna spend both of these to make that 3. So we're up to half again.
Okay, is that it?
I think so.
Okay, tactical. They're at medium range.
Medium range, so torpedoes are still a bad choice.
I mean, you can do them. They're just harder to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's difficult. Difficulty starts at 2, right?
Torpedo starts at
So you
3.
have to get 4 to hit.
Yeah.
We shot phasers last turn, so that's up 1, isn't it?
Well, no, this is a new round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once we get back to con, it's a new round.
Fire phases target their weapon systems.
Specific targeting, increase difficulty by 1.
Yeah,
so
but we got it. They're chewing us up.
True. So difficulty's 3.
And there's no momentum.
No momentum. You can give me threat.
Do you get a ship assist?
There's a ship assist on all attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a threat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the ship assist?
2 success.
What did she just do?
Phasers.
Phasers? So that's,
You need 1 more success.
what's the
It should
weapons
be,
and security?
should be.
Oh!
I am not using these
Oh no!
anymore.
Do it. What is? No, I think it's weapons and security is 13.
Weapons security is 13. Is there a momentum that you guys can spend to change something here?
But
Oh, you're out of momentum. That's right.
Well, no, you've got 3 successes there, because your 4 is beneath your security discipline.
Oh yeah, yeah. So if your roll is below your discipline, then that counts as double. That's your focus.
I have double. I have 3.
You have 3, then that is going to be a successful attack.
Plus
Right, I
fabrication.
think you. Yeah. Oh no, never mind. It's hand phasers. I just saw phasers.
Oh wait, do you not have a focus?
No,
no.
what's the discipline?
It's only if you have a.
If you have a focus, if you have an appropriate focus. So then that's a miss. The complication, phasers are going to be out until we get a restore damage.
Okay. Oh well.
Oh well.
Would strategy be
Is that
They're not.
to restore
I don't get to
or
do strategy
damage
right
control?
now.
Damage control.
Okay.
Okay, comms, we're going to try to get damage report in. Successful damage report comes in. So you will have decreased difficulty on a repair task. And Newman, you're in command. What's the plan?
I was just about to look up what Rally does. What Rally does?
Rally is the one, it should be on your sheet.
It just says Rally.
No, on the bottom it should say more.
Rally is supposed to use to generate momentum. Oh, that sounds useful.
Yeah.
By the way, regenerating shields is more difficult when we're at 0. So anything that
Oh, that's
reduces
right.
difficulty on that is also helpful.
So the damage report will reduce difficulty on your next thing.
Oh, is that on any
I can
engineering?
choose, yeah.
Okay.
I can choose any task, it'll be reduced to someone.
Okay.
You have
Well, it'd be
damage
more
on
useful
there,
on shields.
you have a breach on there, so we can use it on that.
Okay.
It's anything you have a breach on. So yeah, that's a great way to generate
don't-
momentum.
Yeah.
We
It's
don't
just,
have a breach on shields. The shields are just out.
you have a breach somewhere that I can use it. Yeah, we'll just use it anyway. It'll be
Okay.
fine, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna rally, which I assume means I say some stuff.
You say some inspiring stuff. Say something inspiring.
This may be just a test, but it's a test that we will overcome. And as long as we come together and do our best, even if we fail, we will prove that we belong as part of Starfleet. Badoo! I got 1 success.
Do you have a focus that's useful?
A focus? Crisis leader?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on. What's your
Discipline?
What was the discipline you just used?
It was presence. No, discipline was command.
Okay, so that didn't matter anyway.
Oh, tough. Well, it was a good try.
Yep.
Captain looks over and says, I like where you're going with that. I like where you're going with that. That's pretty
Get
good.
1.
Yeah.
Momentum's good.
Okay, and we do have the walking wounded, so you'll have a 1d20 reroll on your next repair, and that's going to bring us back to Con. Ramirez.
Right. How are we looking? Power wise and
Half power.
Half power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
I've got a whole bunch of other things. We have no shields. We have half power, and so that means that I cannot spend the next. And we've got something broken. We've got phasers broken, which means I cannot spend my next turn regenerating power. So it'd be sweet if you didn't use it all.
Okay.
Can I use the follow my lead talent?
You have that?
Yeah. Once per scene, when you succeed at a task during combat or another perilous situation, you may spend 1 determination.
Yeah, so
which
you
we
have
never
one.
do.
Yeah,
know,
so
you
everyone
never
has
do.
1 determination point.
Right.
And they can be used for various things.
Yeah. I'll finish this bit. If I do spend that, a single ally, their next task attempt counts as having an assist from me.
Sure. Spend that determination on that. We'll let you do
Okay.
that.
Boo.
Sure.
We've never done it.
Never done it.
So I'd like to give that to Izzy because
There you go.
What did I just get?
on your next task, you basically get an assist from me using my presence and command, which are my 2 best stats.
Fab.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Ramirez.
All right. So one of my values is the only way out is through.
No ramming.
No ramming. I'm not taking it literally.
Okay.
I'm interpreting it only
But
slightly
he is
less
spending
literally.
a determination,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm spending a determination to give myself an automatic die that rolls a 1.
Okay.
And
That does require, does that spend a momentum?
No.
Okay.
No, it's determination.
It's just a
value.
determination.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt an override. How difficult is it to raise shields? Because I can do that. I can take some of the pressure off of you.
Oh, you want to override? Get that engineering station
I
right
wanna
there.
just, like,
Ooh,
reroute
I see what
power.
you're trying to say. You're going to try to override.
Yeah. At least help bring something up. It's because it's what, shields, phasers, and what's the other thing that's out?
Shields are down.
The shields are down.
Shields are down.
That's
Shields
not
are
anything
down.
you can.
Yeah, it's not a raise. It's not like bringing them up. That's
No, you're not bringing the shields up. It's like
restoring
they're.
them.
Shields are out, not down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I can take
what you're
the
saying.
controls of another roll over.
Yeah, you want to regenerate shields.
Yeah, you.
But with +1 difficulty.
Well, it's
yeah,
already at 2,
yeah,
so that would be a difficulty 3.
yeah.
Oh, okay. And then what's the roll for that?
It's going to be control and engineering with a structure and engineering assist.
Control and engineering. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. No guts, no glory.
All right.
Yeah.
Structure and engineering.
Yeah.
But you automatically get a 1,
I
right?
automatically get a 1.
He gets 1 success.
Oh, hold on,
That's
one.
2 successes.
3.
Real quick,
Yeah.
generate shields difficulty was a 2.
Right.
Okay, I just want to make sure I said
Yeah,
that
so
correctly.
the total difficulty is 3 because he's doing
Right.
it.
3.
So.
But I get 2, 3, 4.
and
What?
that's a
Or 2,
success from the
3.
ship.
Yeah.
Because he gets an automatic
That's
one
right.
because
Okay.
of coordination.
So
All right.
it's 2 successes.
4 altogether.
4 altogether. So 1 more momentum in there, and you're going to bring up a little bit of your shields. I think what do you get, 2 or 1?
What does that give me? It's
Regenerate shields.
how much does adds 2 shields if it's successful. Add 2 more shields per momentum spent.
Spend one of those.
Yeah, let's spend 1 of those. So
Good
that's
plan.
4. Thank you.
Shields back online, Captain. Commander, Captain.
Acknowledged.
All right.
Stepdad. Shields back online,
That's right.
Oh, but that does spend a power.
Tactical, I've got a weakened shield on their port side. You need to target that. That's going to be your target next round. I just gave you 2 penetration. I mean,
Piercing.
piercing.
Piercing 2.
You know, it's a different thing. Piercing 2.
What's funny?
Piercing 2.
Same thing.
Yeah, because of the sensor sweep. So when you attack, you'll have 2 piercing on your attack. Back to engineering.
It's my
They
turn.
had a complication, so they missed around.
All right.
Get to help.
So, So the decreased difficulty on repair can still be on repair instead
Yep.
of shields.
That's fine.
Okay. What do I need? I need damage control on the phasers. And what's the thing? So I can spend 1 momentum to do no, it's 2 momentum to do a second task,
Yep.
right? So if I
And it increases the difficulty by 1.
Okay, well then let's do that damage control on the phasers so we can hit something.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be great.
Let's use
damage
the phasers.
control by system damage. So presence and engineering.
You know, if they're down, we got torpedoes.
They're close range.
13.
It's fine.
Shipboard tactical systems are a focus.
We got shields again. It won't hurt us that bad.
Nope, that's not what that means. Okay.
I help. I help.
Okay, so that's
3.
2.
And another 1, 3.
Okay, and then you did 1.
I did.
And then.
This is maneuver shake and
So
fake.
we decreased the difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you can re-roll 1d20.
And I can re-roll, but I had 2 successes,
Okay.
and I don't want to tempt fate. And he helped. So yeah, so that's 3 successes. So does that mean?
Phaser will come back up.
How many? What was the damage, or what was the difficulty on that?
This is a 2.
It was a 2.
we get
So
1.
so was it a 2 and now it's a 1?
Yes.
That was damage control on the phasers. Okay.
Yes.
So now that we have 3 momentum, can I now do the second thing?
Burn 2.
Burn 2. And let's do some power management. Reason and engineering.
I mean, it makes sense.
I can't help.
You've got the touch, so.
Which makes it difficulty 3.
Ability to fix it.
Ship assist.
No, there's
No
ship
ship
assist on
assist. That's
power
right.
management.
You're right.
We'll see if you've got the power.
Give me a threat.
Bum, 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 bum. All right, Adeline.
So it raises the difficulty?
Yeah, difficulty increases.
So it's now difficulty 3?
Mm-hmm. You need to bring that momentum or give me some threat. No.
Oh, no complications.
What'd you get? Oh, another 1 success, 1 complication.
Or maybe 2 successes. I don't know what you're...
What is it? Power management, reason, engineering. So 2 successes, 1 complication.
2 successes, 1 complication. Unfortunately, we're not able to generate the power. We're going to increase the difficulty of the next engineering task by 1.
Atlanta, one shall
You were
rise.
inspired by what I said.
One must fall.
Yeah, I got inspired on the
But
wrong
then
task.
only that one.
I suppose that 1d20
Why'd
reroll
you throw your drill away
can be
so
used on that one
recklessly?
since it was in the same turn. Right.
Different task. Task.
Phasers hit.
No! We don't want that, though.
This is not what we want.
The creative advantage of that not happening.
Tried that. If you'd let me ram their faces, they
I'm
wouldn't
not
work.
What do you want?
10.
10.
10.
Oh, finally, it's not 9. I can't make a joke on this one.
Well, that takes us. Should have restored more shields. So that takes us to past our shields being out.
Okay, so shields went down and we have a breach, so 2 additional breaches.
All right.
How's
We're just outside here. This is a rough fight.
This is a rough fight. Let's be honest.
I mean,
it's a rough
things
fight.
considered.
Oh no.
We're scrappy.
Yeah.
There are some minor hull breaches, multiple fires on the deck.
Is that structure?
That is structure.
So it's 2 on structure? Total?
It's 2 on structure total right now. Complication range of all engineering tasks to repair systems increases by 2. Ship resistance decreases by 1. Repair difficulty is 3. That's your first breach.
Hang on. What are we looking at? The structure?
Structure. So you're damaged. Structure is damaged at this point.
Is it damaged? Okay.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's another hit on your structure.
No! We need that. That's what keeps the ship.
That's what
keeps the ship.
All right, so that takes us to disabled on structure. That's really
No, you're still at damaged.
Oh, it's still damaged?
Still at damage. That's only 3 breaches on structure.
We got one more.
Hang on.
Trust me.
I just want to know how this works. This is so we learn it.
Right. You have 3 damage. If you have half of the scale, you are damaged. If you equal your scale, you are disabled.
So these are the breaches 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And unfortunately, I rolled an effect, so somebody's going to be injured.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do 4, 8, 12.
It's Cade.
Meanwhile, on the Starbase, ow!
Oh, you're still on the ship. I don't think you ever left the ship.
Yeah,
said you left.
It's a
I
simulation.
just never came back and asked me
It's
where I
a
was.
simulation, so someone's just gonna calm down your room. Hey, Cade,
No, you don't
you're
get
dead.
to leave without.
They're just like,
That's what he did.
hey, Cade, you died.
Injured. Injured.
Who's injured?
Me.
Ramirez is injured. It's considered a
One
lethal
person who's been
injury.
doing best.
Dead.
So he's going to have to get some first aid on him at this point. Tactical, you're up.
What distance are we at?
You're at medium.
And we just fired phasers again, right?
Yeah, but it's a different round.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting it's not the.
There's a way to like avoid an injury, right?
Momentum.
Not threat, eh?
You can give me a couple of threat if you want to give me some more threat.
Take
A couple?
Have to.
I'll take 2 threat, please.
We've got to knock out those weapon systems.
All right, so that's difficulty 3.
Yeah, I mean, we got no momentum, we got nothing. See, that just fire wisely.
Spend a threat.
Give me 2 more if you want another die.
Huh.
Give me 2 more and I'll give you more die.
You can have 4 dice if you give him 3 threat.
Yeah.
There, take one of mine.
Take my dice.
And the ship helps.
Ship does help.
Says.
Yeah, what's
Nice.
the ship roll?
Well done, and a ship
What's
assist.
that?
Security and something.
And
Security and weapons.
Weapons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fail.
All right, but that still gives you 1 more momentum and roll
the
some damage.
complication range on that hasn't increased, has it?
No. Nope.
Good.
Roll some damage.
Seppo.
And do we still have the piercing too on this, right?
You do. Mhm.
Okay. Take that. No, don't take that.
What you got there?
I would like to
Do a thing.
spend a momentum
Yeah,
to
yeah.
re-roll damage.
Is that all of them?
Reroll any number
Reroll
of
any number of
challenge
challenge dice from the current attack.
All right.
Just reroll
Please,
those
for the love of whatever.
Yeah. Sorry, Atlanta, our phasers, we didn't have them turned on. Let me.
Click. Okay, go ahead, Mazu.
Oh,
We
that's
got
a
you.
lot
Well, that's
better.
way better.
Ensign Milo, send them the phaser data.
Send it via phaser.
10 for
Nice.
effect.
Nice.
And we get 2 momentum because our attack was successful.
Yeah.
You said 10 total?
10 total for effect.
Okay.
Oh wait, oh shoot. I fucked up.
Caused a breach. Okay. Their shields are down.
Okay.
I want to take another turn.
That still wasn't what we were supposed to do.
Unfortunately. Wasn't what you were supposed to do? Why not?
We had an advantage if we attacked the shields where science said they were from the previous turn, and I forgot.
It's all right. Comms is up. Let's see if we can get a damage thing on comms. No, comms fails. Newman, what's your move?
Let's try to create an advantage again.
Okay.
I want to help with engineering
Yes,
as
please.
usual.
Okay.
What do you want us help with?
Oh my god, I need everything. Anything that can reduce difficulty. Anything that'll give me an extra die.
Hey, you can tell me how you want to create the advantage.
Yeah. Would more personnel help with engineering?
Sure, you can say you want to repurpose some
Right.
people to engineering. Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
that's what I'm gonna do to create.
Yeah. Difficulty 2 again.
Okay. I'll use.
We'll use some momentum to get some more dice.
Yeah. Is it 1 for 1?
One for one,
Yeah.
and then 2 for your second.
That's right. This is command. I guess this would fall under control. None of these really work. Control.
You know what? You're commanding, so we're gonna actually make it control and command. Yep. Yep.
Two.
2, all right. Got the advantage. So because of the extra one, we're going to decrease the difficulty of the next repair roll in engineering. Let's see what we can do with sickbay. Not a damn thing. We're back to Con.
Okay. How are we doing, guys?
Who are you asking?
Captain.
Oh.
How are we doing?
Terrible. Multiple breaches.
Our shields are out, our power's low.
Okay. Okay.
Captain steps up a little bit. Commander, suggestion.
Yes.
There are times where discretion is the better part of it.
I was thinking the same thing. Plot a course out of here, warp.
Oh.
How much power we got?
Oh, we got 6. We got enough to warp out, especially with our...
Get the heck out of Dodge.
Warp us back towards Starbase 12.
Perfect. That sounds good. That sounds. We'll do that. We.
What speed?
What can we? Izzy, what can you give us?
Up to 6.
Go 6.
Warp back to 5 just in case they follow. Give us something.
I could. No.
Just run.
Yeah,
that's fine. I just wanted to disable the warp drive, but I don't think we can.
No.
We don't warp away.
Seriously?
We do, but I get a complication.
Oh, you get a complication?
And did you say all of the rolls are increased by 1, or is it just...
No, just for the engineering repairs.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, so that was successful. So we are...
So I get a momentum, an extra momentum, but I also got a complication.
You can get rid of that complication with 2 momentum.
Then what we're gonna do?
Yeah. Okay, so that was
do that.
was 5, and we regained 2 of the power, so we only spent 3. So we're down to 3.
All right, you are sitting in warp. Captain steps up. No pursuit from the Atalanta. You guys can consider that finished. Senior staff, ready room, please. Engineering.
Coming.
On your way. We'll see you there. Momentarily, you're in ready room. It's there. So, team, what did we learn today? Anything? Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Certainly, we learned some tactical advantages we can use in situations where we are outclassed to either delay or deter pursuit.
Well done, Tactical. How you feel? Come on, Tactical. Give me something here. She usually like this?
You may be waiting a while.
Okay, fair enough.
A little
While you're pondering thing, let's talk to engineering. Engineering, how you doing over there?
Not feeling good.
Not feeling good. Took a beating.
Yeah, we did.
You handled it well, though.
Could have handled it better.
How?
We just can't take... We barely have the power and shields to support... We barely have the power to support our own weapons and engines. We need
against a severely overclassed ship.
True.
I mean, you have seen combat and you've handled yourself well. So against a fairly outclassed ship, you're going to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to figure out as a team how we're going to handle that.
But our own maneuvering and weapons drains the power very quickly.
True story. What doesn't drain the power on weapons?
Torpedoes.
Torpedoes do not drain the power on weapons. They do increase the threat that you're going to be facing because that's going to escalate tensions across the board, but when power is low, fire torpedoes, especially if you have someone who's out for blood. Con, how you feeling?
Feeling good, Captain. I can think of a lot of things I'd like to try next time. I think I could try and better counter their maneuvering. I think they were able to always be at their maximum effective range, which also meant that we were at our maximum effective range, but ideally we would negate that advantage on them.
Fair point, fair point.
I will also remind you that some of that fancy flying does cost us power.
Yeah, this ship's pretty good on power. I've seen a lot of older ships with a lot worse power. I think you can handle it.
Oh, we've got extra power and we still struggled.
True story.
We've got secondary reactors.
And I think I should have targeted the weapon systems earlier, since that was what was tearing us to pieces.
Take out the threat.
Yes, and then make a choice from there to stay or negotiate or escape.
Fair point. Take out the threat.
Or continue to disable the ship. Our maneuverability was our only advantage.
Which, well done, Con.
Thank you.
Well done.
And we needed to create another advantage of, or at least some parity of threat.
For the record, Commander, you did really well when you stepped in the chair.
Thank you.
Well done. Commander Morganth, any thoughts now?
I thought we were treated well.
Expand on that, please.
I appreciated acknowledging that sometimes leaving is an option.
It's always an option, sometimes the best option. Not every battle you can win. It's just the reality we face sometimes. Let's be honest, there was no way you were going to hang against that Galaxy-class ship. It just wasn't going to happen. Unless you amaze me, which is possible. I've seen crazy things happen before. I've seen Constellations go up against the higher class ships before. The chances were slim, though. I think, all in all, you handled yourself very well. Honestly, tactical, some great firing out there. I feel like the ship may have had a little stress on it from your previous encounter that was not fully recovered from, and that played out with some phaser overloads and some power issues. But that's something that we can handle. Heading back to Starbase, we'll make sure that you have some repair time.
I would be interested in any other recommendations you have for engineering.
Absolutely. We'll do a debrief, and I'd like to meet with the whole team. Actually, I think your team performed admirably in the circumstances. All in all, not sure what Admiral Davis was concerned about.
How do you feel about George?
You know, Tellarites are hard to get along with. He did the job. He did the job. He's not quite CMO status yet.
No. I haven't known him very long, but he seems to refuse to the lessons on dealing with other species.
Interesting.
And wants people to play his game as opposed to learning how to work with others. However, he does patch people up.
He does. He does.
Not a whole lot of initiative, that one.
Noted. It's unfortunate that your CMO has decided to resign.
It is indeed.
We will have to
Extremely
find a replacement. You know, I don't know him. I met him only once. Thoughts?
We saw.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. We saw. Not one for the chain of command.
Not so much.
No. But one thing I will always say is that I never want to be on board someone who doesn't want to serve. If they don't want to serve, I can't trust their actions or their motivations. So I'm not going to force anyone to be on the ship.
No. I'm hoping he'll reconsider once he's stepped out of the heat of the moment.
Is that an option, though?
I don't know.
His personnel file shows that he likes to live in the heat of the moment. That's where he exists.
Well, he needs to change. And I know at least myself spoke to him in hopes that he would give it a shot.
There's one thing I've learned in Starfleet, this power of redemption. I give everyone second chances. 2. That's all you get. So if he's willing to come back, I'm willing to bring him back. Of course.
This is historically a ship for second chances, but he has to want it.
It's true.
That's the truth.
And Captain Ral should be back on her feet before too long, but this ship does need to get some repairs. I think that we have shown some weaknesses. We do need to make sure that our phaser banks are back online. I do want engineering to go through and do a full sweep of all the power generation systems.
Absolutely. Fine tooth comb.
Tactical, again, well done. Your report is redacted, but I've seen parts that aren't, and well done. Commander, nicely done stepping into the chair.
Thank you.
Con, well done. Your piloting skills are impressive.
Thank you, Captain.
For an old ship, this is a hell of a crew. I'll report to Captain Davis. Con, can you send us back to Starbase 12? We'll check on Captain Ral, see what the status is.
That's way.
We were
Of course.
already headed.
Commander, you have the bridge.
Thank you, Captain.
And on that, we're going to call it a night. Yay, sometimes. So, that was like a battle kind of thing.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot, like game-wise, metagaming, how to do this. We got to figure out some numbers. So, you guys offline, metagaming a little bit. Let me know what I can do to help you guys kind of streamline some of that stuff. Like if it means putting numbers next to the things we've got, I can go and try to do that again or something. But let me know on that.
I know it now.
Huh?
It's 13.
It's always 13?
It actually is.
Oh,
So I know it now.
so whenever you roll, 13.
It's 13.
13.
Hey, that's awfully convenient.
That is
really
awfully convenient.
Is.
So we will be back next week to find out what happens. Is Cade gone? Is Cade coming back? How is Captain Ral during this whole thing? We'll find out what's happening next time. Not to mention what's going on with Dr. Prescott. Have they lost Dr. Prescott? What's next? Who knows? We'll find out next time.
Did they ever have Dr. Prescott?
I mean, good point. Really,
have so many
really.
theories.
Is Admiral Grouch is going to get in our way again?
It's what?
Admiral Grouch is going to get in our way again?
Oh,
Well, he's just like our version of Major Healy.
But see, here's the thing. Crossage is the one that keeps sending us out there. Someone is getting in our way, but is it him?
I don't know.
I don't trust the nice one.
Yeah, it could be.
I'll tell you who I think it is.
And cut.
and see. We'll be back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. There's a lot of stuff we got to figure out.
There is this theory.
Thank you so much for watching. Again, make sure you tell all your friends and everything. Make sure you sub and follow and do all the things. We'll be back next week. Thank you all for playing. We will see you next week on the continuing adventures of Mazu on Constellation. Bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.